Hello, everybody. Welcome. This is No Bones About Wrestling, and this is Sunday afternoon, so it is time for the Retro Wrestling Watch Along. And today we have a good one for you. We are watching WWF Royal Rumble 1992. So far this month we've watched Royal Rumble 94. Last week we watched Royal Rumble 99. That was Dylan's choice. And now this week we're watching 92. And so I should introduce us, I guess, first. I'm Asa from No Bones About Wrestling. Below me there is Kay, my co-host from No Bones About Wrestling. And over here, I always do the wrong direction. Over here is Dylan from Last Week in Wrestling.
What's going on?
So yeah, hey everybody, welcome. We're going to start the show at 1, as we always do, start it at the top of the hour. And I'm just going to go over the card just real quick here. So the card, we have the Royal Rumble itself, which is actually for the WWF World title. The title was vacant. There was a whole thing. At Survivor Series 91, The Undertaker won it from Hulk Hogan, but it was because Ric Flair had interfered. There was all sorts of hijinks. And then they had a rematch 6 days later. They did a special pay-per-view called This Tuesday in Texas. And it was 6 days later. They'd never done anything like that before. Just held this special pay-per-view on the spur of the moment. Didn't get a lot of buys because of that, but still got some buys. And it got a whole flim-flam of a match. Didn't get a decisive winner, so they just said, title's vacant, we're going to decide it at the Royal Rumble. So the Royal Rumble is for the world title. It has a whole lot of superstars in it. Hogan, Savage, The Undertaker's in it, I believe, Ric Flair, Big Boss Man, Sergeant Slaughter, Jake the Snake. I mean, it's very much, this show very much, 92, the year very much is kind of out with the old and in with the new. 92 is a lot of the end of the older era of WWF and kind of leaning into the newer era that we'd see with Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon and those guys. So we got the Rumble. We got World Tag Team Champions, the Legion of Doom, defending against the Natural Disasters. And that team, of course, made up of Earthquake and Typhoon. Yeah. Or, of course, if you're a fan of this show, you would know him better as the Shockmaster. We have a match. In this match...
Wait. Typhoon is the Shockmaster?
Typhoon became the Shockmaster a year after this. Yes.
I knew he had that, weird, handyman gimmick. He went from being Shockmaster with, the glittery Stormtrooper mask to the handyman mask, or handyman hat outfit.
Yeah.
But he was Typhoon?
Yeah, he was Typhoon.
It's, mind-blowing to me.
He was Tugboat, and then he was Typhoon.
See, I knew Typhoon and Tugboat were the same person. Did not know that was also the Shockmaster.
And then he left for WCW and became the Shockmaster. Was supposed to be a big star. And
fell flat on his face.
Literally fell flat on his face. Career. We have a match. Oh, that's kind of rough. I don't know. This is the bathroom make a snack match. We find something to discuss during this match. The Bushwhackers versus the Beverly Brothers. I don't think that one's going to be so hot. We have one that is going to be so hot. Intercontinental Champion, the Mountie, defends his belt against Rowdy Roddy Piper. And then we have the New Foundation, which that is the team of Owen Hart and Jim Neidhart. So Bret had, had started his singles career at this point and kind of left Jim Neidhart behind. But Owen wanted something to do, and so they teamed him with Jim Neidhart, and they made the New Foundation. and they team up and they fight the Orient Express in the opener. So yeah, we got 3 tag matches, an Intercontinental title match, and the Royal Rumble. So should be good. Should be good. Kay, who do you like in the Rumble?
I don't even know who's in the Rumble. How am I supposed
Well,
to
I've
pick
thrown
someone?
out some names.
I'm gonna go with the Undertaker because that's the only name I remember you saying.
Okay. Dylan, do you know who wins?
I'm going to say Piper.
All right. Okay.
I'm going to say Piper on that one.
We can't ask you because you know who wins.
I know
right?
who wins, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
What about the World Tag Team title match? Legion of Doom defend against the Natural Disasters. Kay, what do you think?
Legion of Doom.
Legion of Doom?
Legion of Doom.
Same.
All right. Not that it matters much, but Bushwhackers versus the Beverly Brothers. Kay, what do you say?
Bushwhackers.
I will never
Bushwhackers.
pick against the Bushwhackers.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
Then Roddy Piper versus the Mountie for the Intercontinental title. Mountie's the champion.
I'm gonna go with Piper.
Piper, you think Piper is okay? You didn't pick him for the
I didn't
Rumble.
pick him for the
Okay,
Rumble.
right.
I am, though.
You picked him for the Rumble.
And I'm picking him for this match.
You think he wins 2 belts in one night?
Absolutely. Why not?
Okay. All right. I like the spirit. And
Hell yeah.
and for the opener, New Foundation versus Orient Express. Kay, who do you like?
So I'm going with the New Foundation. I don't know who the Orient Express is.
I think it was it was Tanaka and I can't remember the other guy's name right now. It was Pat.
I don't
It was
know.
Pat Tanaka and another
I
guy.
don't know who Pat Tanaka is, so I'm going with the New Foundation.
He's a Japanese wrestler.
Going with the New Foundation.
Okay. Dylan, who do you like? New Foundation or Orient Express?
Orient.
Orient Express. Okay. All right. Picking separately.
Bless you.
Bless you. Are you still sick?
No.
No. Okay.
Thank God.
Cool. So what do we got? How long we got here?
We got 6 minutes.
6 minutes.
You want to tell us some history that was happening in 1992? Are you prepared for that?
Some just world history.
World history. You're a political science major. Educate us.
The
1992.
well, we had finished the first war in Iraq. The presidential campaign had gotten started
This is what we want to hear.
with President Bush was waiting for his Democratic challenger, and of course there was I forget who all was in the field. There was Gephardt and
Bodies.
several others. Bodies. They became bodies to the eventual winner, and that was William Jefferson Clinton. Did away with all of them.
The Sax Man.
The Sax Man, despite the
S-A-X, sax, as in saxophone. He
Yeah.
played the saxophone.
The
Dylan,
sax man.
Dylan looked shocked, so I thought I'd explain.
yeah, the Sax Man. You don't know about that, Dylan?
No.
Oh, he was running for president. This was a big thing back then. He ran for president, and he went on what show was it?
I want to say Letterman.
It was
but
the
I don't think
Tonight
it was.
Show.
It was the Tonight Show.
He went on the Tonight Show, and was it Johnny Carson still back then, or Jay Leno?
I think it was Jay Leno.
I think it was the Tonight Show with Jay Leno, and he played the saxophone, and he was awesome.
I used to have a giant button that said Clinton, and then what year was he running? 93?
92.
92 was the actual election year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I had him playing the saxophone on it. It was really cool.
But yeah,
Made me think I was super awesome.
yeah, he played the saxophone on TV, and people loved it. That's the end of the story.
Excellent.
I was 8 years old.
That was the greatest story I've ever been told.
How old are you? I was 8.
I don't know what to say.
I was 8, yeah.
You're right.
I was 8, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't
people
know.
used to be more easily impressed back in those days.
Yeah, no. No. I was not born yet. Yeah, I was thought about.
I guess we can forgive you for not knowing that Bill Clinton played the saxophone then.
I mean, I knew that, but like, I know him a lot more for, unfortunately, his mishaps in the Oval Office,
Like coming on that lady's dress.
like coming on that lady's dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glad you really spelled that out for us. Thanks, Asa.
Stick cigars up her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see you guys in March. I can't wait.
He really made the most of his time in the Oval Office, you know?
Yeah, listen, he never turned over not one table, you know? So.
How long we got left now?
3 minutes.
All right.
minutes.
Talk
More
about
history
popular television shows.
from 1992.
We had the Golden Girls, right?
Golden Girls.
Roseanne.
That was a good show.
Roseanne was a
good
big
show.
one. Lovely show. I love Roseanne. Love the Golden Girls. Still watch them to this day.
We got Murder, She Wrote.
Murder, She Wrote was a big one. Still
Never watched that.
All shows that we still watch.
I don't think you would like Murder, She Wrote.
I don't know. I kind of. What's it about?
It's every week somebody gets killed, and it's
That sounds exciting.
Fletcher is a mystery writer, and she is often roped into helping the bumbling police solve the murder. So basically, like, someone new dies around her every week.
Yeah.
But she's not the killer, supposedly.
Supposedly.
What else was big on TV? Was Beavis and Butthead a thing yet in 1992? I feel like it wasn't.
I don't think
I
it
don't
was.
think so.
It feels like 94 to me.
The other big political news in 92, though, was George Bush ran against Clinton, but he also ran against Ross Perot, who got a lot of votes, and he dropped out of the race. It was the third party. He was an oil man from Texas who talked like this, and he got a lot of votes, and he would have gotten a lot more votes if he hadn't dropped out of the race and then got back in. It was really bizarre.
In the Shenandoah Elementary School mock election, I voted for Ross Perot.
In the elementary school mock election,
Yes, I voted,
you voted for Ross Perot?
I had a mock election in elementary school. I think it was during the time of the Obama administration.
Yeah.
I think maybe no, that's a little too. Yeah, I don't know. I put Mickey Mouse as president, and then I put Donald as vice president. So, because I didn't know who the hell these people were.
To understand, so
Yeah, listen, I didn't really pay attention in history at that point. You know what I mean? Like I was too worried about defending my undisputed championship toy belt against my friend when I got home. I didn't really pay too much attention to what was going on politically in the world of a 8-year-old.
I only picked Ross Perot because there was this like cool young couple living on our street, and they had a Ross Perot sign in their yard.
That's fair.
Yeah, my parents were not for Ross Perot.
Yeah,
I picked Bill Clinton in mine because my parents, well, my mom at least, was for Clinton, so I was for Clinton.
My dad was for Clinton. My mom says that voting is a secret, and she will never tell me who she's for.
That's what my dad says.
Those are good answers.
Mm-hmm. My grandpa would vote for whoever the opposite my grandmother was voting for, so he would cancel out her vote.
That's good. I like that one.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you get married.
You cancel each other's votes out?
No, you'll do things out of spite.
Oh.
Do things out of spite.
Wait, what are you doing out of spite that I don't know about?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Likely story. It is now 1:00.
All right. That was good. Good small talk, guys. Good job. Good banter. All right. So we're going to start the 92 Royal Rumble. I think we've set the scene for 1992 very well.
We've set a lot of scenes.
Berlin Wall came down 3 years earlier. I should have mentioned that. So that's a big one too.
That's 3 years earlier. That's not 1992.
That was a big one. That was a big one though.
It's a big deal. A wall came down.
Okay. So now I've set the scene. Barcelona Olympics coming up in 5 months from now. Now I've set the scene. All right. So now we're going to start the pay-per-view in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and press play. Oh, I love hearing Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon right here?
Jake the Snake Roberts.
Now we're seeing the Rumble field.
What? Well, now for Nasty Boy Sags. 0 chance.
Shawn Michaels, the Warlord, El Matador,
Warlord has a scary looking head. IRS is in the Rumble? I'm for IRS.
The Undertaker, the Big Boss Man, Redneck Hammer Valentine, Superfly Snuka, and the immortal Hulk Hogan. It's time to rumble!
Yeah.
It's time for the Royal Rumble!
Knickerbocker Arena.
Albany, New York. Yep. The Nick, as it's usually called. Grateful Dead put out a three record album from there called Dozin' at the Nick.
Wait, are the New York Knicks the Knickerbockers?
Correct.
Are they still the Knickerbockers? Or they're just the Knicks now? I've never seen them called the Knickerbockers recently.
I think they're still technically the Knickerbockers, but no one calls them that.
Oh, the Mountie looks like a villain.
Yeah, he's a bad guy.
No, but like, look how villainous he looks.
Yeah, he's bad.
He looks like a villain from like an 80s movie. Yeah, thanks.
This is our opening contest. A tag team attraction scheduled for one fall. Coming down the aisle with their manager, Mr. Fuji, from Japan, on a total combined weight of 468 pounds. Keiko Tanaka, the Orient Express. Mr. Fuji, the devious one, leading the way down for his Orient Express.
Pretty good crowd for the WWF. They were not doing so great at this point. Business was not so great for them at this point. The steroid talk had really hurt them in 92 and 93, and business was really down. But this looks to be a sellout crowd, so good for them.
Not wearing pink.
No, yeah, I don't know what the fuck is up with these costumes. They should definitely have been in pink.
They're super 1992 though.
Yeah. Yes, I can confirm. That's what 1992 looked like.
Everything.
Everything about it, yeah.
What did they do to poor Owen?
He's stuck
It
with
made
that
him
look.
look like an absolute jabroni.
He's stuck with that look for several years. Until like 90. Well, no, until like late 93. Yeah.
Was Disney's Aladdin out yet? Because they're wearing Aladdin pants.
Oh, 92. Disney's Aladdin was released in theaters.
Yeah, they're wearing Aladdin
It was
pants
not out.
everywhere.
It was not out yet. No.
They're ahead of the time.
They're ahead of the times.
The new foundation, they must have just got up. Look at the pajamas on. I don't care. I'll tell you, my hands are sweating. I am nervous. I am really, really nervous. Because I know in a few short minutes, when Ric Flair walks down that aisle, he's going to come back with the goal. I just feel it.
Orient Express really want to pin Owen Hart here so that he'll give them 3 wishes.
He's like either a genie or a golfer. He can't decide. I think he might be a genie who plays golf.
Well, before we get too very far along, let's tell you about the substitutions in the Royal Rumble. Marty Jannetty, of course, everyone knows what went down there. He ended up with a concussion, some contusions, and also Nasty Boy, Ryan Knobs, a dislocated shoulder. He's out.
The barbershop scene.
Yeah.
Now that's funny. I'll tell you what. Nikolai Volkov is well over 300 pounds, and Haku.
Yeah, what they were just talking about, what Dylan just mentioned, the barbershop scene is when the Rockers broke up. It was Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty were the Rockers. They were a high-flying tag team in the WWF.
I'm tired of your shit, Marty Jannetty. I'm tired. Bang! Right through the glass. I know that's not how it went, but I'm just saying that's how I would have made it sound. I would have came out there like a gargoyle. And fucking,
It was a reenactment. That was a functional reenactment.
yeah, I'm tired, Jannetty.
But they went on the barbershop, Brutus the Barber Beefcake's interview show, and they've been having some tension, and they acted like everything was good, and they shook hands, and then Shawn Michaels super kicked Marty Jannetty through the fucking glass window, and it was pretty awesome. It was a pretty shocking scene, you know.
Stupid bitch, Jannetty.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
ditched Jannetty.
That's what WWE today is missing from those like TV show segments that they have, because they have like Ms. TV, they have Grayson Waller Effect, they have Ding Dong Hello. Nothing ever happens on those shows to like progress a storyline.
Well, no.
Sometimes.
Jericho's show, there was a couple of incidences.
I'm talking about now. Jericho was a while.
Ding Dong Hello, there was. They reenacted the barbershop scene in the NXT for the two women, Gigi Dolan and whatever her tag team partner was. They reenacted that barbershop scene. I think it was last year, actually.
Oh, okay. See, I missed that.
But Ms. TV, as of lately, no, I want to say. Kevin Owens show, no, except when Stone Cold came on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes
then
the guests
there
will
was.
get a big deal, and then sometimes they'll like make a match as a result of it or announce a match.
Yeah.
But as far as like a heel turn or some sort of big events, I didn't know about the NXT thing though.
Yeah, the NXT one, that happened, which I thought was cool.
Mm-hmm.
I thought was cool. You know, I thought that was a good idea.
But the Judgment Day, they should do like now that R-Truth is there, they should do like a Judge Judy show where R-Truth is Judge Judy.
I would die to see R-Truth be the guy
like
to take down.
Sport, you know, but
the judge.
What was R-Truth as the judge?
Yeah, as the judge would be
that was
great to see.
Right, Wrestler's Court.
Correct.
Yeah. But that was
Wrestler's Court's a real thing.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like a parody of
on TV now. Yes.
Yeah,
because it happens only in the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
But having it on TV would definitely be very exciting. But again, and I kind of want to pitch this question to the both of you. I found Hook's vignette to be one of the best vignettes so far this year. So, about him challenging Samoa Joe.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Like scenery-wise, the setup, the very simplistic, I'm going after you, that's it. You know, there wasn't a lot of nonsense around it. Do you guys find vignettes more enjoyable than the backstage segments?
Most of the time, I have been enjoying the post-match backstage segments they've been doing, like where they catch up with the wrestler after the show and then they show it the following week. I find those much more engaging than just the regular backstage segments. But yeah, I think vignettes, just because of their cinematic nature, makes them more compelling.
Okay, like that.
What about you, Asa?
Either one, as long as it's good, I don't care. Like honestly, as long as it's well done, it doesn't matter to me. The vignettes are nice because it mixes things up, but you know, when you take wrestling away from the crowd, you're kind of getting away from things a little bit. You know,
Right. I don't know. For me, like, I feel like the backstage segments and promos back there is becoming so overdone and overplayed that, like, you know, like the atmosphere of the backstage doesn't add anything to the promo. Like that whole visual aspect of it doesn't do anything for me. Like when Mankind would sit in the boiler room and did it, okay. Because yeah, it was a promo in the backstage, but it was like a vignette almost of a promo cut in the backstage area.
Well, two of the AEW promos that stand out most to me, not because of like the quality of the promo necessarily, but just because it was something so different, was Kenny Omega did one from inside his house, and Eddie did one from outside his house. And just the change of venue for those two made them stand out so much more. And I really enjoyed them, and I was hoping, because they did them kind of 1 week to the next, so I was hoping this might be a new trend that we were seeing. And like even for a while, they were doing stuff like in stairwells, which like I will take a stairwell over an interviewer with a microphone, like in the same spot.
Yeah.
I definitely preferred it like in their house, but
I like Swerve at Hangman's house.
The change of venue, I think you're right. They do far too many backstage interviews. Well, and the benefit too of the cinematic of the vignette is that you can do more than one take. Like that, we just rewatched Dynamite to do our notes and stuff, and that Matt Sydal challenging Jericho with Renee, like interviewing them. Matt Sydal was terrible. Like, I love Matt Sydal, but that promo was awful.
He's always awful when he talks, though.
They're not this bad.
He's always bad. Yes.
This was like stop the show. This man is terrible bad.
He's always
what did you guys think of Dynamite?
It was good. We watched it with you. We just rewatched it.
Yeah, we watched it with you.
Yeah. We haven't watched Collision yet.
Yeah. Kay went to sleep. Maybe that's why you didn't remember. She went to bed before it was over.
Before the main event.
Huh. You guys haven't watched Rampage yet.
I thought he wasn't going to be able to join us.
I haven't watched Rampage yet.
No. Yeah, we haven't watched Rampage.
Rampage was good.
Or Collision.
Collision was good.
We're very behind.
But next Wednesday's card that they announced on Collision, Collision is good. Next week's Collision is going to be insane. But next week's Dynamite is going to be probably their best Dynamite of January.
I saw that card, yeah. I saw that card.
The card alone is insane. But Collision's card, at least one of the matches, the fact that they're going up against the Royal Rumble, I might have to keep Collision on in the background just to watch the outcome of that one particular match.
Wow.
Yeah. Collision was good. I'm excited with this women's division. Yeah, very good.
Wait. Tell me, I want to know. I don't know who won anything this week, but I mean, like, what match we got coming up on Collision with the women's division?
So we had well, for the women, I'll say this. For the women's one on Rampage, Statlander and Queen Amita was fantastic.
Yeah. Was it good? Okay, good.
They gave those ladies time, and Queen Amita put on a fucking clinic.
Good.
Then she fought Thunder Rosa's last night and did another clinic as well.
Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I don't know where she came from, but I like her.
She's like Ring of Honor. Like a spider.
Ring of Honor.
Like a spider.
What does that mean?
She's long like a spider.
Like her limbs are long?
Her limbs are long.
Oh.
Yeah. But amazing. But back-to-back matches for Queen Amita. Tony Storm recognized Deonna Purrazzo. So next Wednesday, we're going to be seeing an interaction.
Purrazzo.
And well, Piazzo. Purrazzo.
Now he says it wrong too. I correct him all the time.
Yeah.
He puts T in it.
So the big match next Saturday is a cage match, 6-man elimination tag match between House of Black, Brody King, Malachi, and Buddy versus FTR and Daniel Garcia.
Awesome.
And the
Cool.
reason we have that match is because of the outcome between Buddy Matthews and Daniel Garcia
Okay, cool.
from last night.
Okay, awesome.
I'm excited. We also have Minoru Suzuki versus Edge next week.
I saw
Yeah,
that.
I used to tell me about that.
Oh.
We're gonna watch Collision after this. After we do this
Yeah,
show.
the Edge match between him and I don't want to say the name, but it was good.
Don't tell me.
It was good. It was good. It was actually the first one that wasn't like oh, okay, we already know the winner here. Like
Oh, okay.
it was actually good. No, Collision 4 out of 5, Dynamite 4 out of 5, Rampage 4 out of 5. The only shitty match of Rampage was the Penta match. That's it. It was quick. The Matt Sydal Jericho was good.
Who was Penta Wrestling? I can't remember who they said.
Anthony Henry
Anthony Henry.
from Iron Savages.
No. Workhorseman.
Workhorseman.
Yeah, don't do that to Anthony Henry. Don't put him in Iron Savage.
You know,
I keep fucking both their names up for the teams. But yeah. Quick. Too quick. Too short.
Yeah.
Darby and Sting went crazy. Yeah. You guys have 2 good shows to watch.
Nice.
So very
Excited.
very excited.
1992 Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And SmackDown was actually really good too on Friday. So not a bad week.
Do I need to watch anything before the Royal Rumble to know what's going on, or they'll just recap it enough where I'll be fine?
Maybe we should watch it.
So there's a fatal 4-way happening between Roman, Randy, AJ, and LA Knight. That now all of them, well, really it's LA Knight, Roman, and AJ that are all really kind of going at each other. Randy's just waiting for his perfect time to strike. Logan Paul, Kevin Owens for the United States.
Oh, cool.
And then the men and women's rumble. And then there's a possibility, I don't know now anymore because of the fact that Seth tore his ACL, that it was supposed to be Drew versus Seth for the World Heavyweight. I think that's now off the table, and they're going to keep him off TV until close to Mania. He is showing up Monday to talk about his health in the future, but
he's not. If he has a torn ACL, he's not going to be able to wrestle. Like that's not.
No, it's a torn ACL, and they're saying that the recovery time is 6 to 8 weeks, which leads us close to Mania.
Yeah.
But now there's a lot of things that are up in the air, especially with Elimination Chamber next month.
Mhm.
So
that sucks for him.
it does. It does. Yeah, he got
I'm not a
injured
fan of
during
it, but
the.
I don't like it when people get hurt.
Yeah, he got injured during the Jinder Mahal match. So
What a
everybody's
waste.
blaming.
What a fucking waste.
Everyone's blaming Jinder for the match. How dare you injure our world champion?
They
After
didn't
we were
blame
all on his
old,
side.
They didn't blame Hunter Hearst Helmsley there.
Triple H,
Yeah, that's Helmsley for you.
Oh,
After we were all on his side after that Twitter beef between him and Tony Khan.
I wasn't on his
I
side.
wasn't on his side.
I'm not on
On
his side.
Jinder's side? Oh,
I'm
God.
not on Triple H's side. No.
Honestly, Tony made a point, but he doesn't need to be on Twitter making points like that. He needs to be focusing on his show.
Oh, I love it. I love like the.
Oh, it's funny. My
Twitter-
favorite was Eric Bischoff's reply with the
Plus,
clown
like,
emoji.
all the publicity that
Right.
gave that hook match, you know.
Bischoff on 83 Weeks was talking about it, and Conrad was like, so we see that you and Tony Khan went at it on Twitter the other day. And Eric's like, I love fucking with him. I absolutely love. He goes, I was sitting in my sauna, bored on Twitter, saw the post this, saw what was
Sitting
happening
in
with Jinder.
Sauna.
Yeah, and he was just like, I had nothing better to do. He goes, I had nothing better to do, so I just tweeted at him, and that was it. But I didn't know he hates Dave Meltzer. Eric Bischoff.
Eric Bischoff, yeah.
Hates Dave Meltzer.
A lot of people seem to hate him.
I don't know. I don't know a lot about him. I know he's the Wrestling Observer.
Yeah.
I know he's one guy that a lot of people talk about when they're getting their matches ranked. And a lot of them put his word over a lot of others.
Mhm.
And he's been in this business since like the 80s.
Yeah.
But I don't really know of his work. I know a lot of the ratings that he's given matches, 5 stars, deserve to be like 3 stars.
Well, we used to have a subscription to his podcast, and it was interesting. Like the Wrestling Observer newsletter podcast.
Yeah.
He's pretty much. I mean, he's like the foremost wrestling historian of these times. I'll say that much.
You would put him over Cornette.
I'd rather listen
I
to
haven't seen
Cornette.
a lot of Cornette's work. I couldn't say.
Cornette's good. That was a nice body move. Diving body.
Mhm.
I like Cornette. I've always liked Cornette.
New Foundation get the win.
Nice.
Called it. New tag team has to get the win, or else what are you doing? That's my thoughts.
Yeah, who did I say? New Foundation or Orient?
No,
I think you picked the Orient Express.
I picked the Orient. Yeah, Mr.
I don't even
Fuji.
know.
I like Fuji.
Yeah,
I always thought Fuji was funny.
I like Mr. Fuji, yeah. I don't know. What were the other guys' names? The wrestlers?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Express?
Dumb and Dumber.
Pat Tanaka, and I forget the masked guy's name.
I hate those kind of masks.
Why?
They're creepy looking. They look like more like gimp masks
Oh.
than like luchador masks,
Broke his cane on him. I missed that.
Yeah.
The rocket
And
launcher,
the ref was distracted.
where Jim Neidhart adds kinetic energy to Owen Hart's splash.
As you probably already know, Bret Hart recently put up his Intercontinental title against the Mountie.
Just got some
This
blush
match
on.
took place in Springfield. Now, in this match,
Who is this tightwad?
That's Lord Alfred Hayes.
It's like a backstage interviewer.
And Brett lost his Intercontinental title at a house show.
That's cool. I love shit like that.
They used to do shit like that.
You know what that makes you want to do? Go to a
Go to a
freaking
fucking
house
house
show.
show,
Why
exactly.
would they stop doing that?
The house shows are good.
Yeah. Maybe
House
they
shows
stopped
are
doing
cool.
title changes at house shows nowadays.
Unless
Yeah.
you're in Madison Square Garden.
Madison Square Garden, yeah.
Garden, singular.
Garden.
Oh, I was putting S on it.
Quite emphatically, he says to the Mountie, "Get out or pay the consequences." And now we see the treachery of the Mountie. Watch him. He walks out of the ring. He steps there now. For all purposes, Piper thinks that he's gone. So he turns round to tend to Bret Hart.
There was a guy last night at the show that was cosplaying Bret Hart.
By the Mountie.
It was pretty good.
Follows him with a championship belt.
Yeah, there's always a guy out here doing the Macho Man one.
Uh,
I follow him on TikTok. He was at the House of Glory show and I was talking to him. And he was talking to me in the Macho Man voice. I
Ah,
was like, "Hey, how are you?" He goes, "Oh, how you doing there, brother?" I'm like, "All right, calm down. Like let me just talk to you for 2 minutes. Like, I don't need you to go full status here."
The Mountie.
The events that took place this past Friday evening in Springfield, Massachusetts definitely turned out to be
Come
a
up here.
shocking experience. Let me reiterate the
Look
fact
at this guy. Look at this fucking
that
jump.
the advice of his doctors with 104-degree temperature. I guess he's in General Hospital somewhere, and I guess me and the Mountie, I guess we better get him a get well card. But let me tell you something, baby. He's not sick with the flu. You know what he's sick from? He's sick from loyalty. Comments like that.
Hey, I want to know something, Jack Tunney. What's the win and loss record of Piper? What gives him the right to step in today on 2 days' notice? I should have won this match today by forfeit. But don't worry about it, Piper, because the man that I am, the champion that I am, I'm going to do to you what I did to Bret Hart.
took his pride, his integrity, and the belt away from him. You, I'm going to take your skirt, your manhood, and whatever's left.
I love Jimmy Hart.
Always gets his man. Let's go to Gene Okerlund standing by with a challenger. Roddy Piper, I can't believe a man, the Mountie, who has held the Intercontinental title for less than 48 hours, can be quite so cocky, quite so arrogant.
Well, you know, what we're doing is one of the original village people here, with his mate Jimmy Hart, who keeps kissing.
Roddy Piper's promo's the best.
On it.
Well, you know, you're dealing with a regular village people over here.
I don't know, him or something. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take Piper's integrity.
Where's she from?
It's like John
Portland.
Still trying to find a dry spot. You don't say, I've got no doubt in
Oregon.
my faith.
Yeah.
You think I got so far? Second thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take Roddy Piper's manhood. I come here to fight. I don't know what you come here to do. I come here to win 2 titles. I can't do that till I win the first one. I think you've been dreaming. I think it's been all wet, too.
On that note,
What the fuck?
God.
First time ever in the history of the World Wrestling.
Okay.
Roddy Piper, 5 out of 5 promo. 5 out of 5.
He looks like the villain from the first Indiana Jones movie.
Who?
Monty.
Did you know they're making an Indiana Jones game?
Wait, what?
Oh, really?
They're making an Indiana Jones game.
That's cool.
Machine Games, the guys that made Wolfenstein, is making an Indiana Jones game. It will be available on Game Pass for everybody,
awesome.
and it is coming out this year, sometime this year.
When I played Uncharted, I just pretended like I was playing Indiana Jones.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I've never seen an
Like
Indiana
the
Jones
whole
film,
film.
so
What?
What?
yeah, no, never seen. No, I've never seen. I've seen like clips and stuff, but I've never seen a movie in full. No.
We need to start a new podcast called Dylan Cinema Education,
Yeah.
where we just do watch-alongs to
That's
movies
fine.
you haven't seen that you need to see. We will start with Ghostbusters 1.
There's a pop there.
Well, I'm waiting to come to see y'all because I figured that's going to be one movie we'll have to watch before I leave.
Yeah, we have
That
an
way,
important-
I could say from now on that I've seen Ghostbusters movie.
That's a good idea.
It's a lot of pressure, but it's a good movie. It's a good movie.
We
A
can
lot
eat
of pressure.
Solid
you
movie.
say?
Eat Twinkies and Chinese.
It's a lot of pressure on Ghostbusters, but it'll hold up. It's a good movie. It's a great movie.
Why is it a lot of pressure on Ghostbusters?
Well, it's a lot of pressure on you because you're going to be watching our favorite film in our home, and you're going to have to lie if you don't like it. Or
You
else
don't
we're
have to
gonna
lie.
kick
You don't
out.
have to lie.
No, I'm definitely going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you, wow, this movie's ass, or this movie's not bad.
You won't say that. I like the second one better, but I'm the only one on the planet that likes the
See,
second one better.
what they have going for them is I love Bill Murray.
Okay.
Love Bill Murray. I love Dan Aykroyd. I think those two guys are the funniest human beings on the face of this earth. Now, the guy with glasses is the same guy from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rick
Rick
Moranis.
Moranis.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not he's not Ghostbuster, but he's in the movie.
Okay.
He's in the movie.
I'm
got a
gonna
great
look at the
part.
cast.
He's very funny in the movie.
To become both title holders on the same day. Not even you. No. I knew that.
Doesn't look much like a contender, does he? Standing on the apron, scared to death of Jimmy Hart.
That little runt.
So I think we got an interview. I think last night
Oh,
with a guy named White Mike.
White Mike.
White Mike, pretty good,
Okay.
pretty wild indie wrestler. He comes
Okay.
out to Rick James' "Give It to Me." You know that song? He's a trip, man. But he like has fun in the ring and still is a very good performer.
He's my favorite in AML. I got to high five him last night.
Yeah, I would probably say he's about my favorite in AML too. Yeah. Overall, yeah. But
That's cool.
But he seems like a real interesting guy to interview. So we asked him, and he said, "Yeah, and get at me on Instagram." So we're gonna get at him on Instagram, and so I think we'll have him.
Dope.
So
Can I tell him the name I came up with?
yeah,
So we're gonna call our interview episodes "No Bones About Wrestling, Bare Bones."
be like Bare Bones with White Mike.
I like that.
And we might get George South too. We talked to him again.
We talked to him again, but he said send me an email. But he doesn't have a computer, and he checks his email at the library. So I don't know how.
The fuck is that?
He's like 60-something years
Yeah,
old.
he's like 60.
That makes sense now.
Yeah.
But he's awesome.
He is awesome. Yeah. I don't know how. Yeah.
Should have asked Arn Anderson.
I didn't want to ask Arn Anderson.
Arn Anderson didn't seem particularly
Happy?
No, he didn't. No, he
No? Really?
didn't. Not really.
That sucks.
He just seemed very like business-like, you know, rather than enjoying his time there.
Yeah.
Did you get the book?
It's a business. I
I didn't. No, I saved some money by not getting the book. I got a signed 8x10, and then I got a picture with him.
Nice.
But I talked to him. He was nice to me. He wasn't nice at first, but I got talking to him about stuff, and he kind of like lit up as I got to talking to him.
Mm.
You know, he wasn't nice, not so nice at first, but he got nice as the conversation went along. So
That's funny.
He had a while to talk to him too because they only took cash, and so I had to go to an ATM. So he just stood at the line, in the front of the line, chatting with him while I went to go find an ATM and get money.
Oh, Jesus.
all right, sorry about that.
Welcome back.
But no, he was like Kay said, very businesslike at first. But I got to talking to him and kind of just talking to him about how that hit NWA Mid Atlantic, like mid '80s, late '80s, is what really got me into wrestling. Like watching that stuff is what really got me into wrestling big time, and that kind of lit a spark in him. You could see he kind of like changed, and then he actually got to talking to me. And he was
What did
talking
he
about,
ask you?
Oh, he didn't ask me anything, but he was like that was a. Well, no, actually, no, he did ask me. He was like, "Where was this?" You know, I was like, "High Point, North Carolina." Because I was telling him my aunt showed me tapes of NWA Mid Atlantic because I was too young to see all that. You know, back when it happened, my
Right.
aunt showed me tapes of it. Because I didn't get into wrestling till the '90s. And then she showed me tapes of it, and I got into it. So I told him that, and then he asked me, "Where was this?" And I said, "High Point." And he said, "Yeah." He said that period, you know, '85 through '89. He said those were the golden years. He said because then both the promotions, everybody was doing good. You know, WCW or he said NWA, WWF. You know, we're both doing good. Oh, there goes Dylan.
All of a sudden, it rebooted me back into here.
No, sorry.
So NWA, WWF.
He was saying NWA and WWF were both doing really good. Everybody was doing good, you know,
Yeah.
money-wise.
Wait,
and,
I have a question about what's happening
I'm
on the
trying to
screen.
talk here.
I know, but this is.
It's a cattle prod.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Sorry, it was time sensitive.
And
I called it, baby.
Yeah.
I called it. I called it. I knew it, baby.
I also called it. I picked Roddy.
correct.
One down, one to go. One down, one to go.
Dylan picked him to win 2 belts in one night. Yeah, this was the first belt Roddy had won in the WWF. Shockingly.
Yeah.
This is intercontinental?
Yeah.
So happy for Roddy. I'm standing outside of the Immortal One, Hulk Hogan.
This is a Coliseum video exclusive. Look on the and see if we can get a word.
Oh, a Coliseum video exclusive we're getting.
Mm.
Hulk Hogan, do you mind?
My dick's out. Leave me alone.
I'd give you a word about the Rumble if you could.
Yeah, I'll give you a word about it.
I'll give you a Rumble word if I would.
Our friends of the Halters, brother, because later this afternoon, in just a little teeny while, I'm not going to have any friends.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You know he saved a teenager's life recently?
Yeah. Car wreck.
Car accident. Yeah, the car flipped. He went over there and pulled her out of the car.
Wow.
Get in the ring with me. I'm glad you came by to see
Oh,
me.
if you're just joining us on the Rumble 92, we're at 37 minutes and 42 seconds.
All those dudes out, get the
Looking at Hulk Hogan in the bathroom.
In his dressing room.
His dressing room's a bathroom?
Yeah.
They had to make do with what they got. Bye,
You'd
Dylan.
think Hulk Hogan would be like the guy.
Team action involving the Beverly
What?
Brothers
What?
with the Genius in their corner.
Bushwhackers.
Facing the
You're not doing it.
Bushwhackers, Jamison in
No,
their
I'm not.
corner.
How are they going to know you're a member of the Bushwhacker family?
I have never seen the three of you so
Trying to figure out who that guy is.
Gene, I've never been excited in all my life. Beverly Sisters, this is your final fling. And Genius,
He was Mark Briscoe before it was cool.
we have a surprise for you. Don't we, Cousin Butch? Oh, yeah. And that surprise is in front of millions and millions of all our
That man is eating his own pie.
And when we get finished with those Beverly Sisters
What is happening?
and the Genius, we're gonna feed them all to our mate, Bloody Jameson.
Yeah, that's me. Just give me 1 minute alone with that Genius. I'm gonna smash him.
Whoa, you got it, Jameson.
You have Mr. Blackwell's telephone number? Well, maybe he's got yours. Thank you very much. Let's get
Who's
back.
Mr. Blackwell?
Mr. Blackwell is a man who, in the 20th century, would make a list of the best and worst dressed celebrities.
Oh.
Very famously.
These guys didn't make the list, I'm
Oh,
guessing.
look at these schlubs.
The Beverly Brothers,
Beverly Brothers. The Beverly Hillbilly Brothers.
accompanied by the Genius.
Genius. I was going to say the graduate. but
Yeah, his cousin. Cousin Earl.
Say what?
Cousin Earl. You never seen that show, My Name is Earl?
No.
What? That's a good show. That's a funny show.
His cousin was the Genius?
No, the show. There's a show named My Name is Earl.
Yeah.
I was making the joke that his cousin name is Earl. Was it the Beverly Hill Brothers?
Oh,
Beverly Hillbilly. The hillbilly name would be Earl. His cousin
that
name
was
is
like,
Earl.
that was like almost like a Cockney style reference where there was like 3 references in one reference.
Listen, sometimes they say I'm the genius. You know what I mean?
And I, the Genius, must be filed That waste of human tissue.
File.
That Jameson who calls himself a man.
When I say I studied comedy, I studied comedy.
Randy Savage's brother. He loved writing poetry.
He's not doing it.
This match ought to be a stinker.
He's licking the
He's
babies.
licking a baby.
Licking the babies.
Bushwhackers are cool, son.
It's true.
I used to love them when I was a kid. Absolutely love them.
I love them. What are you saying?
The Bushwhackers were related to my dad.
Say what?
The Bushwhackers were related to my dad.
What? Are you being serious? What are you talking about? What kind of shit are you talking?
My dad looked like a bushwhacker.
Were they from Ireland? I mean, Australia? Is that the bushwhacking that they were doing?
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
I should have known because their accents aren't super annoying.
Yeah, they were called the sheep herders in NWA.
Yes,
And then
I
it
remember
came-
that.
And then it came to WWF and were called the Bushwhackers.
Did they have the same walk when they were herding sheep?
Oh, Brad Becker, are you enjoying the Rumble? Yes. They are amazing, Brad Becker says. I don't know. I love them, but they're not so great in the ring, Brad. That's my thing. I think we'll see in this match. I think this match is going to be a bit of a stinker.
Well, only because of the length.
I think it's going to be a stinker.
It's a long one. I like them, Brad.
Yeah, like I said, I loved them when I was a kid.
Why don't you love them anymore?
Because they
Well,
suck
they're
in the
looking
ring.
babies.
Oh, that I don't mind. You know, that's fun.
I need to know what's up with this guy eating his tie.
I'd have no idea what. I have no remembrance of that character at all. No remembrance of him.
That's my cousin Jimmy. He's a little slow. Don't worry about him. He's harmless. Jimmy Bond soft brain.
Yeah, that's what they say about cousin Jimmy, and you find him in the back coat room licking babies.
Yeah, he has a soft brain. Don't worry about him.
He got a dinner roll in his
I
pocket.
got an onion.
He likes to snack. He's a snacker.
Is that how they hook up? They lick each other?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how they show their love.
So apparently, at one point in time, one of the Bushwhackers came into the locker room, and Adrian Adonis was in the showers, and he got down on his knees and put his mouth around Adrian Adonis's dick, and he says, "Looks like I just blew your gimmick, mate."
Is this from that website?
This is from that website.
You need to put an asterisk next to what you're saying and say the name of the website.
I haven't. You know what's funny? I haven't read that website yet.
But you knew it was from that?
No,
You gotta look at that website.
wherever Asa gets information from, I buckle up. You know what I mean? I buckle
Tell
up.
them the name of the website. These people listening, so
I
they
don't know what it's called.
Okay, what I mean, tell them like that it's urban legends.
It's a website of urban legends, yes.
So it's
And
not- this is
wrestling
not-
urban
Wrestling
legends.
urban
It's not coming
legends,
from one of the many
disgusting and
factual
horrific
books
story.
we've read.
Yes.
It's important to clarify.
Yes, I have no idea if that's true or not. It's an urban legend.
You might kiss him.
These
What's
Beverly.
the bad thing about wrestling the Bushwhackers? is whether you win, lose, or draw, you might have to kiss him.
Tremendous tag team combination here.
The Beverly Brothers, I don't think I've heard of them before. Are they short-lived, or I just haven't been exposed to them?
No, well, they were around for a couple years. They did a lot of losing.
Okay.
A lot of times they wouldn't be on pay-per-views, or they would be in like the dark match on a pay-per-view. Oh, he's biting his ass.
He's fighting his ass.
Yep.
He's an ass man. I related to Billy Gunn.
Brad said, "Yeah, Jameson. I don't remember much of him either. Yeah, I don't remember. I have no idea what Jameson was about, what his deal was."
Jameson doesn't know which way to go. He needs some assistance out there. Munching on his thought. What's he eating? He found something under the ring. Jameson, he can't hurt you with words. Now, what can he say to you?
I appreciated that the Genius kept very collegiate style haircuts. You know, like he looks very professorial.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that haircut is professorial.
for like the '90s. Yeah, you don't think so? You can see him in, like a liberal arts college as like an English teacher.
I suppose.
Professorial.
I mean, it's not a mullet. Is that what you're saying? It's not a mullet. Is that what you're trying to say?
That's part of what I'm saying. It's not a mullet. I had a mullet in 1992.
I know. I've seen the pictures.
Yeah, actually, I might have a picture of me in 1992 on the refrigerator. I will be right back.
Are you going to get it? You're going to show the world?
Show the world my mullet.
I'd be pressing you with respect. Look at that pig.
Sorry.
Through thick and thin, till death do you part.
Yeah.
Just remember that. You said yes.
1991.
Sorry, folks. It's from 1991. You'll have to wait till we watch something from 1991 to see this gem.
Yep.
It's got the laser light background. I got a sweet mullet.
Wow. So tomorrow we're going to watch 1991 Royal Rumble, and
Very tan in the picture. Lives in Florida. Very tan.
Hovering around that 20,000 mark. Record attendance here at the Knickerbocker Arena for this most prestigious event.
So Brad said, I think he said the Bushwhackers. I think he was saying extremely hardcore in NWA.
Oh, I know. Sorry, I said TNA.
Yeah, you see a lot the razor blade marks on their foreheads. Yeah, they bled quite a lot in the NWA.
That was the sheep herder.
Yeah, the
place?
sheep herders.
Are they in any Starcades? I haven't seen them in my WrestleCation.
They may have been in one, maybe.
But they still did the walk. That's the most important part to me.
Don't remember.
no,
I don't remember honestly.
no, I don't think so.
No.
I think it was a different walk.
Okay.
I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. I'm not trying to be funny or anything. Yeah, I swear to God, I think it was a different walk. Because I've heard of the sheep herders. I knew of them. I've seen some of their moments like via TikTok and stuff like that. Because I'm so deep on social media and following pages with like 80s and 70s wrestling that I've seen a lot of these guys at a very young age and didn't recognize them. And then when they did compilations of them going to different promotions and then seeing their other names, and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't know you were such and such and such and such and such and such. Like, so. Hold on, I'm going to look it up now to see if I'm right or wrong.
Yeah, I believe when they were the sheep herders, they were very much like, we're from the outback and we're going to murder you. I don't think they were like loving, friendly, licking kids' heads.
No baby looking at that point.
No, I think they were like the total opposite. I believe. They're pretty good as fun faces, though. This match has been pretty fun so far, actually. It's not been crap, but
Yeah.
we got a little bit to go of it yet. Yeah, that's what Brad was saying. He was 9. Oh, I was 8 when Royal Rumble '92 happened. Yeah, he said they were not comedy at all in NWA. Yeah, that's the way I remember it. Not at
Yeah,
all.
and looking back at this match against in USA in Portland, they played like a bunch of psychopaths.
Yeah, they were like crazy guys in NWA. It's kind of how.
Yeah.
Bro, did you watch this? When
I'm young,
aired in
and
the
I know
UK,
that
or did you
is
get the
fucking good to
later?
know, buddy. The fact that I knew that shit, and I'm not even 30 yet. Damn. Shows my fucking wrestling knowledge right there. But the guy with I can't remember each one of their names, but the one with the black hair had his hair out. It was like this crazy fucking afro. Crazy fucking afro.
Yeah, that's Butch.
Butch, okay.
And the one with like no hair is Luke. Cousin Luke. Oh, not bad.
He also had spandex. They had the straps on their shirts.
What?
I don't know what the name of the outfit is, but you know, like Eddie Kingston wears a shirt with the straps, and then he takes the straps off or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what they used to walk. Brad's saying they were actually more members of the team as well. There were more members of the sheep herders.
Okay, that I don't remember. Yeah,
I didn't know that either. That's pretty
I
interesting.
did not remember.
I knew of the two of them, but I didn't know that there was more than that. Was there like 4, or was there more than 4? And I don't think they had a manager at the time either.
This is the only time I've seen them with a manager, I think. Did they have a different manager later?
Who? The Bushwhackers?
Bushwhackers.
I don't know if he counts as does he count as a manager? I don't think he counts as a
soft manager.
A manager.
He's a manager? I think he's just
I'm
kind of
counting him
following
as a manager.
I think he's just following them around. I'm not counting him as a manager.
Well, that's a stalker.
I think he's just kind of a they're letting him follow them around.
Because they're nice guys.
Because they're nice guys, yeah.
Who like babies.
Yeah.
Almost got beat in return.
Let her out.
By a nice move there.
I think the church is getting up soon.
What the sign says.
Quiet. Right around this action.
Oh, how do you hit Jimmy?
You can't hit a guy wearing glasses.
What a genius. Sounds like I Am Sam movie. The main character.
I can't watch that movie.
Why? It's such
I
a
can't
great
watch.
movie.
Really? I can't watch people.
It's a amazing movie.
I can't watch people pretend to be retarded. It just makes me laugh.
You see what I have to live with here?
Maybe I can't
Hey,
help
you
it.
also said yes till death do
I
us
can't
part.
help it.
So I don't want to hear. Oh my god!
I'm not saying it's not funny when people are retarded. That's terrible. But when I know someone isn't retarded, and I'm watching them act retarded, that's just funny to me. I can't help it. I can't help that.
I don't blame you.
To me, it's just Sean
You're not
Penn.
supposed to say the R word. As a teacher,
Okay,
it's my job to tell you that.
mentally
Disabled.
deficient, disabled,
Not competent.
Challenge.
intellectually disabled.
A drooler.
To me, it's just Sean Penn acting
Sean Penn.
acting intellectually disabled.
Best acting of his career.
It's just funny to me.
Yeah, but like Leonardo DiCaprio and What's Eating Gilbert Grape, that was the first time I saw him. And so like I totally believed it.
That was another great movie. What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
It's so sad.
Amazing movie.
That's
what's
not
also
funny, but I
Right.
don't know.
I know what you're trying to say.
Doesn't do anything for me either. I don't.
Yeah. I Am Sam is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Really?
No,
Yes. Yes. It is. That one and What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Another one that's really good is Mystic River with Sean
Mystic River
Penn
is a great movie, yeah. That's a great
and Kevin
movie.
Bacon.
Is that
Is
my
she
daughter
down
in
there? Is she down there?
Is that my daughter in there? Is that my fucking
just
daughter
tell
in
me.
there?
You tell me if she's in there. And Kevin Bacon's just like, I'll just walk away. Like, I'll just walk away. I won't say anything.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah. I've never seen Heat with
Yeah.
De Niro and Pacino.
Yep. Oh, that's it. Beverly Brothers win.
What?
That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
No, it didn't even feel 15 minutes long. Was that really 15 minutes?
15 minutes. That wasn't bad at all.
Oh, they're being bad guys. That's not sportsmanlike.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's the Bushwhackers. It's fine.
Yeah.
You know, really, if he was a genius, he would have the cords and sash that honors students wear at graduation. You know,
Mm-hmm.
costuming error.
Good point.
Right there.
Good point.
Yeah. Plus, he could use them to choke people. You know,
Probably have like a Phi Beta Kappa key.
missed opportunity.
Oh, look, Jimmy's going to get into it.
What's he doing? Is he having like an invisible pencil in his hand? That's how he's punching someone?
Yeah.
It's a really nice graduation outfit, though. Yeah, it's not just like a plain.
Are you in
robe.
love with the genius?
No, I'm appreciating good costuming.
No.
I like when people visually represent their character well.
They're licking on him.
Bet you it tastes like fucking biscuits.
Don't understand.
All right, thank you, Criminal Monsoon.
Yeah.
My favorite belt, tag team belt of all time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
On the wall. Toy version is on the wall.
As we said before, the Legion of Doom will never be closet champions. We will face all challenges like we've done in the past. And now we've got the biggest team in the World Wrestling Federation history, the Natural Assassins. Almost a half a ton between them. All right? right, Hawk? Well, Mean Gene, you know what makes us sick besides everything? Typhoon, an earthquake. They make
Mean Gene, I'm coming down for the greatest time of my life.
Well, that's okay. We want to throw your weight around too. And when we're done with you, and we still got the belts, your tongues will be hanging out like dead deers.
I thank you very much. Let's get back
I like
to
dead
Dead
ringside.
beers.
Damn.
Do you think the natural disasters training method is starting in the cafeteria and ending at a McDonald's?
I think you might not be too far off. Yeah. John Tenta, Earthquake, actually was a sumo wrestler in Japan for a while.
Oh, wow.
I don't know about Typhoon. I think he's just a fatty. But Tenta was Earthquake. There was a
I think
sumo.
he still is.
And we saw him, John Tenta. We saw him last week. Earthquake. We saw him last week's Royal Rumble as Golga.
When they enter the ring, they should just belly bunch each other.
They go flying through the opposite ropes.
What a rush.
Oh, you're cold, man.
It's sad what drugs will do to you. They should have paid attention more to that DARE program in school. Same here. Same here.
I don't think they had it when Hawk went through school.
I feel like that started with our generation.
I think it started with Reagan. Yeah, with the Reagan administration.
I thought it was a Clinton thing there.
No, I think it was a Reagan thing. I could be mistaken, but I think it was a Reagan thing.
I never did ecstasy.
That's when they
because of the
started
DARE
telling.
program.
That's when they started telling kids to tell on their fucking parents to the police. That's some fucked up shit. That's some Orwell shit there. That's what happened in 1984.
Heroin, crack, and meth. Only 3 I've never tried, never want to.
In the DARE program, they told us about how ecstasy can take away your happiness, like it makes holes in your brain and takes away like your dopamine levels reach a certain height that they can never reach ever again. So you'll be like the happiest you've ever been, but then you can never be that happy ever again. And that freaked me out, so I never did it.
It's not really how it works, but that's kind of true.
Yeah.
It's not really how it works, but
I mean, this is also me remembering something they told me when I was in like 4th or 5th grade, so I might be misremembering their exact words.
Yeah.
Either way, I've turned down lots of free drugs because of it.
no, ecstasy is terrible. Yeah. Will make you terribly depressed if you take enough of it, and that you can never come back.
Yeah.
Even with medication.
Yeah, that's horrifying to me.
Yeah.
Acid was fun.
So what?
Acid was fun.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
We should do a week when we all take acid and watch the Royal Rumble.
I'm gonna say no to that.
I don't know. It could be good.
No,
Just talking about the DARE program, they don't say just say yes to drugs. They say just say no.
They say feed me more.
I'm the Ryback of drugs.
I'm the Ryback of drugs.
Bam. There goes Shockmaster down.
I'll be honest. After doing all that shit, now I'm afraid to try all that shit again.
Yeah.
They were all fun. But don't get me wrong. Like, I had a great time. But no. I've seen enough things that weren't there in acid and shrooms that I'm comfortable with never trying to see again. So
I don't know. I would maybe do them again. I don't know. I've done them a lot. I'm afraid I would just be like one away from like going off the deep end. So I don't know.
I mean, hey, if we all, make it to like 95, 90s, I'm
Then I
down.
would definitely do them.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Yeah, I would like to relive all of that again.
Sizing each other up and down. We're not going to see too many flying
And make sure you stay hydrated.
or short-arm scissors in this
And
fight.
always have a positive partner. Positive sober partner.
True.
A guide, as they called them. Don't do it with your best friend who then leaves you at his guest house all alone when you do it for the first time and not know what the fuck to do.
I did them for the first time in Amsterdam, and the person I was traveling with left me by myself and went off somewhere. And so I was in a foreign country where they don't speak English as their first language.
Yeah, I
Awesome. I went to a Van Gogh museum. It was like amazing.
That would be amazing.
I was in my friend's guest house when I tried acid for the first time, and then he goes, "All right, I'm gonna go to bed," and I go, "No, you're not. You're gonna be here with me because I don't know what's gonna happen." And he goes, "Nothing. You'll be fine. Goodbye," and left. And then I watched SpongeBob melt from the TV, and I went outside to the end of his road that was where there was a water, and there was a moon, and it was so fucking beautiful that I thought I was playing with the moon and the water in the air with like my hand and shit. And I was in a trance. I was good. But the worst part of it was, which I mean, it's not, I mean, it was bad, but I forgot that I had work the next day, so I called out, and I had to drive home from where he lived to my house, which was like 20 minutes. And I drove where the street lights were still on, so they just looked like fireballs coming at me. So on the road, I'm ducking and driving like this, trying to get home, and yelling back at them to stop trying to hit me. Yeah. Drugs rule, man. You know, like,
Kids, drugs are bad. Don't do drugs.
yeah, don't ever do them. Play video games. Eat brownies that are not laced with pot.
You can
you'll be
read.
fine.
That's the best drug of all.
Video games?
No, reading.
Oh, reading. Yeah, that's a good one. That's actually a very good drug. Reading, because your imagination can go wild.
Mm-hmm.
I have an idea for a vampire trilogy movie.
All right.
Yeah. And
Let's do it.
there's 3 songs that I would add to the movie. One of them is Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears of Fear.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is the Hoser song, Arsonist Lullaby, I think it's called. And it's this guy who was a top ranked soldier in the 1800s or 1700s, and he is king turns on him and slaughters his whole family and slaughters him. So when he goes to heaven with his family, he can't be happy in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
So he asks God to come back down to make balance of what has become of his new fate. And God's like, no, because if I send you back, you can't come back. And he goes, that's fine. I'm willing to do that. So he says, think about it. Talks to his family or whatever in heaven, his kids. And he's like, you'll never see me again because I'm going back down to make balance of what has become of us. Because this wasn't supposed to be our fate. This wasn't supposed to be our history. we were supposed to live a certain way, and because of them, so he goes back to God again, and he asks him one more time, and he goes, "I'll grant you your wish, but you have to know two things. You are going to be gifted the blessing of immortality, which means you will never ever die again. So forever, you'll have to live till the earth actually ends. And when you die, you will never be allowed back into heaven. You will always be in hell." And he takes that and he comes back down, and then he turns into the vampire. So it's a different version of, like, instead of getting bitten, he has fangs and he's a bloodsucker or whatever. He becomes this new balancer of fate for his people.
That's like a whole new take on like the origin story of vampires, because he'd be
Yeah.
like the first one. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
But in the third one, the third one I don't know yet. I mean, the quick ending is you burn the earth, and the earth burns because everyone has betrayed everybody, and there's not enough of him to go around to make balance. So he just sets the world on fire, and that's really it. But I don't know. I'm not that far ahead yet, but that was like concept I had. I had it in the shower the other night. I was like, "Oh, this should be a great idea, actually."
so interesting.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I thought it'd be a interesting take on, vampires. And because everyone, it's always the same thing. They got fangs. They can't go in the daytime. They're only at night. They sleep in coffins. It's like he's a regular person, but unfortunately, he chose this path to restore balance. And because of that, he actually faced a worse consequence than anything else.
So he
Because his
doesn't
wife,
blood.
what?
So he doesn't drink blood.
No. He's immortal. He doesn't need it. He can still eat regular food and do normal shit. It's just he needs to restore the balance that was taken from him. But when he finally does, he asks to go to his, permanent exile, which is hell, but God never lets him. His new hell now is living as an immortal soul on planet Earth.
Yeah, natural disasters won by count out.
Yeah.
The worst kind of win.
And the Legion of Doom hit them with chairs afterwards. So I'm sure there's some sort of argument. Somebody didn't want to lose here or something. Somebody didn't want to get pinned and blah, 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 and something,
Yeah, so Legion of Doom win because it wasn't a pinfall or submission. It was only by count out, which doesn't change the hands of the title.
Yeah. But natural disasters get the win.
But, yeah. That's my take on the new vampire story.
Like it. Dylan, did you see that Tony Khan listened to the latest episode of AEW Weekly and is bringing back the rankings?
We just witnessed an incredible matchup involving the Legion.
Listen, he won't admit who he's listening to. Well, we know who he's listening to.
Yeah. We made very compelling arguments for why the rankings should be brought back, and they're being brought back.
They are going to demand a rematch, I'm sure, sometime soon.
I'm very proud of you.
Challengers.
We literally just talked about it this week.
Who's that guy?
Sean Mooney. He was on the.
I am going to call my lawyer. I'm going to get my attorney. I am fed up with this. I am fed up to hear with this.
Look at them.
Did you ever hear back from AML about being a manager?
No.
Is there any indie shows happening while I'm down there?
The next one's February 25th.
I could check. We could check.
Mhm.
Well, it could be something that we don't know.
Yeah.
There's there's some lucha shows around here sometime, and some
Micro.
little people. Yeah. Oh.
We got to get Leo.
Yeah. Get him over here.
We got to get Leo over there to face his first competitor.
When are
The
the
micro
little people,
brawlers.
when's the little people match? How much was it?
It's $25. It's February 12th.
$25 per person.
Yes.
February 12th.
Yes.
That's
For general
expensive.
admission, it's
Expensive.
$25. There's VIP seating for $40.
Do they sit on your lap for the VIP seating before they get called up?
You said it's general admission?
That's
Hold
what
on. I'm going to Google it for us right now. AML, right? That's the
Yeah,
America's Most Liked
February
Wrestling.
25th.
Well, their next one definitely isn't until February 24th. Yeah, 25th. Yeah.
Look at him. Look at Roddy.
So that's the end of the matches. We got the Rumble last. That's all we got left is the Royal Rumble, the world title.
There's a few around here though, Dylan, so I'll take a look and see if I can find something.
I'm gonna go in there next meeting. There's gonna be 30 guys. I'm gonna have them falling down like President Bush. Thank the good Lord, the prayers got up. Damn, they ain't gonna be so lucky because I got a dream. I do have a dream, and I got my eye on the prize. What? Dedicate this one to Colt.
All right, Roddy.
Dedicate this one to what?
I don't know.
If he were to win the Royal Rumble, he would be
The
making
tickets for AML are $5 a pop.
exciting.
What?
Once
The
again,
tickets for AML are $5 a pop.
let's go to you.
No, not
No.
normally.
Thank you.
I
To
know.
the second half
The Rise to the Top matches.
30 superstars
Oh, that's their Rising Stars.
championship bout.
Those are the Future Stars matches, so that's their like developmental.
Understandably so, as each
league.
participant has the chance to become the next World Wrestling
I
Federation
think,
champion.
pretty sure.
Yeah,
Now, there
the
are
Rising
$5 isn't bad.
Stars is cheaper.
Also, some underdogs. Excuse me, Shawn Michaels.
We've seen some of the Rising Star stuff before. It's been pretty
This
good.
afternoon. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same for your, should I say now, former tag
Yeah, it's
team
good for
partner.
$5.
Yeah.
Folks, you've heard some of the details earlier. For those of you who missed that appalling incident that knocked Jannetty out of the Royal Rumble, let's take a look back and see what happened just 1 week ago on the Barbershop.
There it is.
This is about the end of Marty Jannetty's career right here. Poor Marty Jannetty.
Which one's my in the red?
Yeah.
What was their tag team?
The Rockers.
That's too similar to the Rock and Roll Express for me.
Well, a lot of people said that. A lot of people called him a rip-off Rock and Roll Express.
Oh.
Shawn Michaels, I have to say that was one of the most heinous acts I have ever witnessed.
You know, I don't know what the big deal is. Think about it, Jannetty. I saved you 29 other beatings. I mean, sure, you know, not as bad as the one I gave you, but 29 beatings nonetheless. And you know, is there any doubt in my mind that I'm going to be walking home?
Wait, why did that happen? Could only one of them be in the Rumble?
I don't think so.
Why did
So-
that happen?
Why did that?
WrestleCade.
They were,
Go ahead.
oh,
No, no,
because Sean is just wanting to go off and be a singles wrestler.
Oh, okay. What were you saying, Dylan?
WrestleCade is November 29th to the 30th and the December 1st.
Yeah, I would like to go this year.
Well,
Hey, we didn't go last year. Oh, here we go.
Ric Flair,
This Coliseum video exclusive. Tell me, Mr. Flair, how did you fare in the Royal Rumble draw?
Yeah, whether we end up going or not, Dylan, like if you want to go, you're welcome to stay with us. If you want to come down.
that's what I'm saying is maybe I'll get the tickets and I'll come back down
Yeah, you're more than welcome to stay whenever you want.
because then I'll come down. When is the 29th? The 29th's on a Sunday. Then I'll come down on the Sunday.
I'll walk out. I will be the World Wrestling Federation champion I get
It's a Friday.
It's usually Friday, Saturday, Sunday
That is the bottom line
because
for
it's
Ric
the
Flair. So now,
weekend
back
of
to the
Thanksgiving.
Well, that's Black Friday weekend.
Yeah.
The undisputed World Wrestling Federation champ undoubtedly will be defending that
Well, I'll be
title
off that Thursday, Friday again.
at the Hoosier Dome on Sunday, April the 5th. Now, we had occasion to talk to some of the participants in the Royal Rumble. 11th hour. Let's get their
I
thoughts.
guess I'm gonna be taking a long vacation.
greatest wrestling event in match.
Yeah, I'm gonna think about that one this time.
Yeah, you should. We'll definitely go this year. I think
Yeah,
we're definitely
because I'll see
planning
how
on
much
going
tickets
this
are.
year.
Well, that's what I'm saying is I'll take care of the tickets. I'll come down and then we'll just go to see everybody.
But you don't need to feel like you have to do that, though. You're welcome to just stay with us for free. Like,
No, I know that. I'm just saying, like, I'll, as a gesture for letting me stay, I'll come. Ooh, I'll have to buy my airplane fare
yeah.
at a time
That's
because it'll be
Thanksgiving.
expensive. It'll be expensive by then. Yeah, let me check. Dig it!
It is this simple. The man who is standing last in the Royal Rumble will be the World Wrestling Federation champion. So all I ask you
Oh,
to do is open your eyes. It will hit you in the head like a shot. For you are looking at the man that is superior to all. You are looking at the next
Oh, they don't even go that far yet.
champion.
They only go up to October.
You are looking
All right, I'm gonna have to look at plane tickets and during March.
Repo Man.
Come here. No, closer. You know, one of the biggest thrills in my life.
Yeah, I'll look to see how much the ticket is. Plane ticket. I'll see how much the tickets are for WrestleCade, and then I'll
29 of the best wrestlers in the
yeah,
wrestling.
I'll just put in my time in.
Great. The World Wrestling title right around my
That's
waist.
not Miss Holiday pay.
Oh, what a thrill. Because remember, what's mine
I get paid time off, so it don't matter.
is it's mine too.
The last time the British Bulldog was in a match like this was in the Royal
Yeah, I think it'll come back down in November again.
hometown.
As long as I don't get murdered
Was for
the first
me,
time. It all depends.
you know,
You're a beat eater, so I don't know. I'm
and
a little
stand-
skeptical.
Don't worry, I'll wait a few times to lull you into a false
Oh,
security.
wonderful.
the British
I was looking at houses down there.
Royal Rumble
I was
That's
looking at homes in North Carolina.
opponents.
I found a
In
couple.
Winston or like in
Wrestling
what area?
Federation Heavyweight
What?
Championship.
In Winston or what area were you looking at?
Winston and in
Rumble.
there's a
Get what you want.
hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now.
This afternoon, the World Wrestling Federation Championship belt is on the line. For 29 other men, it's going to be a big disappointment. I would never disappoint myself. You, I don't mind. And Savage, believe me when I tell you, I'll be waiting for you. Yeah, I'll say
Yeah, I was
something.
looking at like Charlotte, Winston.
Walk out with that time. Trust me.
Where's Winston?
You're looking at the next World Wrestling Federation champion. You're looking at the man who rocks the cradle.
Man on the wall. Today
Rocks
we'll
the
find
cradle.
out who's the
does that
favorite
mean?
of them all. We're at the Royal Rumble and 30 of the greatest.
Yeah, I was looking at Winston, Greensboro, Charlotte,
Find out who is the man.
Thomasville.
I call myself the real
Thomasville's real country.
So for me,
It's nice though.
It's nice, but I'm just saying if he's moving from Staten Island or Long Island to
I've lived one
I mean,
life.
it's quiet up here.
The country.
huh?
With the belief,
It's quiet up here.
the man.
I like quiet. I like
Me
quiet.
too.
I like views. Like I'm cool. Like because if we move and Bailey's still around, which she should be, I want her to have a nice big backyard.
Mhm. I mean, Thomasville's awesome. I would love to move to Thomasville. But just giving you a heads up, it's very country.
This mask,
A lot of them folk.
the Undertaker.
If I could
Got
pick
it.
somewhere around here to move, I would probably move to Thomasville, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then maybe I'll just get a big house and y'all can move in.
All right.
All right. Fair enough.
Yes, later on
Let me look at some homes.
that no one else could
What the hell? What was the app I was looking at?
world, the power of Hulkamania. We're gonna prove that we can beat all 29 other superstars in the World Wrestling.
This is a really good Royal Rumble field, I think. You know.
Oh yeah.
There's so many like big stars in it that I have no idea who's gonna win.
In the WWF. But when you
And they just get the belt.
Yep.
on top of that,
So while I am for IRS, I do not anticipate IRS winning.
I think that's wise.
they're gonna be coming from all different directions. Friend or foe.
I'm gonna say Flair wins.
But it's just like always. We're always
Why?
I'm still saying.
A, what, 17-time,
16 times.
16-time world champion.
Right.
So this might be one of those 16 times.
We're gonna prove that Hulkamania reigns
I feel like it's possible that you've talked to me about this before, and about the whole thing about them stripping the belt and vacating it.
These homes are.
What was the point? Based on the results who wins this, but
And what you gonna do when Hulk Hogan and
yeah, I think
Wow.
Flair.
Rumble all over you?
Wow, look at these homes. These homes are cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time.
This is a nice one. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths.
This is what we've all been waiting for.
Oh, I think we found it.
The individuals who drew number
All right. Yeah, I think I found the house.
Oh my goodness.
It's a nice backyard. Has a nice patio, in-ground fireplace, and a grill. We can grill veggies there. Don't worry. It doesn't have to always be meat.
I hate when the announcers talk over the ring announcer.
Yeah.
The commentators. I feel like that's so disrespectful. Like, that's the thing. Come on.
See, like, if I buy a house, like, if I decide to leave here and go somewhere else, there's what I do now is down there as well, and they have actually in Winston-Salem. So yeah, and be sales.
Gotta
It'll
come
be a
on
Monday.
down.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there's a job. There's 2 job openings for what I do down in exactly Winston-Salem, and it's a Monday through Friday gig.
Oh, nice.
Weekends off, and yeah.
We both have weekends off.
Mm.
Okay, party. By party, I mean watch wrestling.
My party is very different than everyone else's party.
Would your mom like hate us if you moved down to Winston? Would she blame us?
I'll be honest. I think
Thank you, Mr. President.
Or would she just follow?
no, she wouldn't follow.
My parents followed me to North Carolina.
She wouldn't. No.
She might. She comes down. My parents liked North Carolina so much when they came to visit that they decided to move here.
She thinks it's beautiful, but it's too country.
Yeah.
That's not the word she used, but we'll say for now, it's too country for her.
Perhaps a little redneck is after that maybe what was.
Very fucking redneck is the words that she used. So, and I was like, can't be that bad.
Well, I
Yeah,
bet
but the thing though is like your taxes.
There's some like culture shock. You gotta go.
Yeah, but your taxes are cheaper.
Mhm.
Cost of living down there is cheaper.
Mhm.
But
Housing is
wages
cheaper.
are less too.
What?
Wages are less too.
And there's like
Wages are less, yeah, but still,
What? Who is that?
That's sensational Sherry.
That's what I thought. I can't tell what's hair and what's feathers.
Yeah. I don't mind. I need a new change of scenery anyway. I've been up here for too long.
Yeah, I understand. I was ready to move out of Orlando as soon as I turned 18.
Yeah, it's just everything up here is expensive. I mean, ridiculously expensive.
Oh yeah.
It's not needed. So I'm just like, you know what? I'll leave.
If you're just joining us on the Rumble, we're at 1 hour, 31 minutes, 8 seconds.
And the first two entrants are in the ring.
Yep. British Bulldog and Ted DiBiase. The $1 Million Man himself. Yeah. Gut wrench suplex and that beautiful falling fist drop of his. I love Ted DiBiase. I used to pretend to be him all the time. So much so that when I became a manager in independent wrestling, I stole his gimmick.
Next week, are we doing another Rumble or are we doing staying?
I don't know. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you thought about it though.
Oh, there goes DiBiase. Man, I was such a big fan of the Bulldog at when I was a kid. I thought he was so cool. It wouldn't be too long before he would be in WCW.
The British Bulldog?
Yeah, I mean, within a year and a half.
I didn't realize he went there.
Did you change your answer to Ric Flair?
I changed my answer to Ric Flair, yeah.
Can I change my answer to Ric Flair now too? I feel like
Ace's rule is normally once the match starts, you're not allowed to change your answer, but I feel like you should be allowed to change your answer.
I guess you can change it now, but you got to stick with it now.
So we both picked Ric Flair.
Yeah, I'm going Flair for some reason. I don't know. I'm starting to rethink my choice of double championship night for Roddy.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
I think you maybe would have heard of that before.
Yeah, like watching his biography, I was like, I don't remember hearing that. I feel like it's somebody else. And I don't know. Ric Flair just sounds like an interesting name to become Royal Rumble champion. So, how many matches did I get right tonight? I got Roddy.
Got Roddy. You missed.
I didn't get I missed the Orient guys lost.
Yeah. You missed the Bushwhackers.
I missed the Bushwhacker. No, I said Bushwhackers.
The Bushwhackers lost.
Oh, right. They did lose.
You missed the Legion of Doom.
No, I said Legion of Doom.
They lost by count out.
Oh, what an ass.
And then what was the other match?
1 for 3 here.
Yeah, what was the other match? There were 4. Oh, New Foundation. Oh no, that was the Orient Express. What was the other match?
There were 4.
Oh,
that was all 4.
Rowdy, Orient Express.
Legion, Orient Express,
and the Bushwhackers.
Oh shit! Oh, never mind.
Rowdy, Legion, Orient Express, Bushwhackers.
That's 4.
Yeah. So how many did he get right?
I got 2 for 4.
1.
You got 1 for 4.
1. You went 1 for 4.
2 for 4 on this one. I'm calling it now.
Jerry Knox.
Listen, if I get it right, someone's paying for my Alfredo.
Jerry Skaggs.
All right.
Wait, if you get what right? Ric Flair?
If we get Ric Flair right, Ace is paying for the Alfredo.
Okay.
Breadsticks.
I think we were already going to pay for your dinner, I think.
That's true.
That night, yeah. That's Jerry Saggs.
Jerry Sides and Jerry Knobs. I mixed up my last names.
Yeah.
I can't wait for AEW Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be awesome.
I'm super excited to see you all, but like I'm genuinely excited for this pay-per-view.
I think it's gonna be a good one, man. It's gonna be a very good one.
Bischoff and JR have officially made me like the idea of Sting, Darby, and the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
The only thing, and I agree with I agree with Bischoff on this.
Bam.
There has to be some type of reason for this match. Going into Revolution, there has to be a reason. It can't just be Sting was so excited to work with the Bucks and wanted to work with the Bucks, and that's that.
Yeah.
I want something.
I feel like their last promo on Dynamite this week, I feel like they're going with the self-satisfied EVP, like we're gonna push ourselves to the moon angle for the reason why.
Yeah,
like,
but that's
the big
also been
match.
their gimmick for a long time.
But I feel like they've really like leaned into it now. Because like before they would like hint at that, but this is like the first time they're really like that. They like flat out said it, you know.
Well, I think the thing is they're gonna push themselves to the moon, give themselves a tag team title shot, win the belts, and then Sting and Darby are gonna stop them and get a tag team title shot.
Well, no, this is Sting's last match.
And lose.
I think win the belts. That's what I said. Win the belts. Go out with gold and vacate them. Have a tournament.
I don't hate that.
Go out a winner. Yeah, why not? And then at least the Young Bucks don't have them.
And then we get a tournament or some sort of something.
Yeah, then you get like a tag team tournament, right?
I saw you were on Starfield today.
Or is this the guy whose name starts with an N?
That is, well, you're kind of close. That's Haku. In WCW, he was Ming.
Oh, okay, that's what I was going to say. Not haiku. Haku? Haku.
So he won a King of the Ring tournament before they were pay-per-views. He was King Haku at one point. Also, there was a rumor that he allegedly bit off part of a man's nose in a bar fight once. Haku, when a guy fucked with some wrestlers in a bar, Haku stepped in and fought him and bit off part of the guy's nose.
So
and if you ask,
Starfield? Go ahead, finish what you're saying.
Oh, I was gonna say, and if you ask Ric Flair, he said Haku is the toughest guy who's ever been in the business.
Coming from Flair, that's a big deal. He's known a lot of people.
Yeah, but now he's gone. There goes Haku.
So who's playing Starfield today?
I was playing Starfield today. I am level 36, almost 37. I started this like. Did you play with the Ryujin at all? Like where you were working for them? So it's basically corporate espionage, and I'm supposed to like break into this company and like secretly like stealth break into it, and then like steal some data or implant some data or something. And they take you this like crazy back way into the building. Well, I got there and realized I didn't have any of my stealth gear on me, so I left. And now I can't get back the same way because you have to like push a button to like make a crane move to get there the original way. And now the button isn't pushable. So like my only option is to just go in there and murder everyone. So I've kind of like broken this quest. So when you get to Ryujin, let me know and I'll tell you what not to do. Did you re-download the game?
No, I'm playing Hitman 3.
Oh, cool. Those Hitman games are fun. I haven't played the third one, I don't think. That's older, right? Hitman 3? Or is that a new game?
Yeah, well, this one on Xbox Game Pass, they gave you the first, the second, and the third one all in one bundle,
Okay.
which is nice. They also gave me AEW wrestling on Game Pass, the trial. So I re-downloaded that, and I played Sting against Jeff Hardy at Revolution, and I won as Sting.
Awesome.
I got a bunch of achievements and shit for that one. And then I said, all right, that's all I needed for the day. And then I went right to Hitman. That was it. That was
Who's
it.
that guy?
That's El Matador.
Okay.
WWE
Formerly-
2K24 is coming out.
Yeah.
What is? Oh, WWE.
2K24 WWE.
When is it
Now,
coming
come
out?
on, Frick. I don't know. I want to say March. Close to WrestleMania. You know, somewhere near WrestleMania.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's El Matador, formerly known as Tito Santana.
But the game I'm looking forward to comes out in a week. Not this week coming up, but next Friday,
What
February 2nd,
the
Suicide Squad.
that's my birthday.
February 2nd?
Groundhog Day.
What do you want to do? What do you want to do for your birthday?
I don't know. I don't have any plans yet.
Well, I mean, like, why don't we, like, make some cookies and, like, watch Rampage or do something on the internet, you know, since you're not in New York, you know, and everything.
And that'll be fun. I'll be down with that. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I'll put it in the calendar so that way on my last store I'll get myself a treat, and then I'll have it while we're watching Rampage. If you want to watch SmackDown that one night,
I don't know about that.
all right, that's fair.
That doesn't seem like a birthday present.
I'll do something and then join you at 10.
That's fine. Yeah, if you guys have something planned or whatever, go ahead. You know, do your thing. We could always do something Saturday for Collision the day after, since we'll have more time. You know. But I'll give a birthday shout out as well on stream to you.
That's the Barbarian.
But yeah, so on your birthday, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League comes out. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
You're gonna murder Batman?
Yes. I'm going to destroy Batman, decapitate Flash, fucking zap away Green Lantern, and throw Superman into the fucking kryptonite.
That's bad. That's all bad.
Yeah, pink one over there.
Both Skittles addicts.
We're eating Skittles tonight?
The
No
berry-
Swedish fish?
I gave up on Swedish fish. They're making me too fat. There's too much fat in them.
There's fat in Swedish fish?
Yeah, a lot.
That's weird.
Well, then I won't get a bag of Swedish fish to bring down with me to North Carolina.
He's been eating these. They're like wild berry Skittles.
I've been eating a lot of Reese's Cups because it's buy one, get one. And the king size 4-pack.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm a fat piece of shit. I know.
No, those are delicious.
But yeah.
That used to be my favorite candy, Reese's.
I love Reese's Cups. That potato chip one? Garbage.
I liked it.
It's
Garbage.
weird. It's weird.
They also made a new one with caramel inside. Nah, I'm good. Good on that.
They're just trying to mess with perfection, you know?
Yeah, just don't
It's
ever
Carrie
eat the
Von
dark
Erich.
chocolate one.
Oh. What'd you say? Phil?
Don't ever eat the dark chocolate ones. Those dark chocolate Reese's Cups are garbage.
That doesn't sound good. I like dark chocolate, but that doesn't sound good.
Ric Flair and Kerry Von Erich. Their feud, as we know from the movie, The Iron Claw. Look at that flare flop.
Flip flop.
Is this the one who had part of his leg amputated?
Yeah, this is the guy who had his foot amputated. Well, had his foot amputated because he had a surgically reconstructed foot, and then
From a car accident.
apparently made a bet that he could walk across the room on his surgically reconstructed foot. He bet a cheeseburger that he could walk across the room on a surgically reconstructed foot, and then he tried to do that. He failed, and then they had to amputate his foot because he fucked his foot up so much.
Damn.
And he didn't get a cheeseburger.
And he didn't. And he didn't get a cheeseburger because he failed.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a fucking double L right there.
Yeah. I'm not sure who he made the bet with.
That new Prime drink, Cherry Freeze, is very good.
I've never had Prime.
It's a hydration drink made with coconut water, a lot of like potassium and stuff in there. It's good.
Is it helping with your leg cramp? You're like,
No, I've had 2 today. I had 1 last night, but I haven't had one prior to that in like a few weeks, like a week or 2. But yeah, I had 2 today. That's why it took me so long to get on.
Water thing that
I did.
And it didn't help.
No. The problem is I'm on my feet 5 days a week, and 3 days out of that week, I'm on it 12 hours a day, 11 hours a day. So by the time I get home, it's just like, oh, we don't have to work anymore. Well, guess what? Tight time. Tight time. Everybody's going to be tight time.
Yeah, the Rumble's been great so far.
Look at Repo Man trying to sneak around in there.
I like it. I like when
Look at him.
characters keep their gimmick in the ring.
Oh,
Fucking throw his ass out.
Is he the Texas Tornado? Is that what his butt says?
Yep. Yeah, he was formerly known as Kerry Von Erich. He became the Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich.
I hate that name.
The Texas Tornado.
I like it.
They should have just stuck with Kerry Von Erich, but it's
Yes.
the WWF, so they had to put their, whatever on it.
It's a good, not as a good name, but as a good, nickname, you know?
It's a good nickname, but they should have just stuck with Kerry Von Erich.
Yeah.
He was already known throughout the wrestling world, except in the WWF. They should have just stuck with his name. But he would be dead within a year.
I think Lexi King has shown us that WWE continues to make weird names. Lexus King.
And the Lexus King.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Brian Pillman Jr.?
Yeah. Greg Valentine, one of Flair's rivals from NWA in the 80s, found each other here in WWF in the 90s.
It looks like what a Cabbage Patch doll would look like if it grew up, you know?
True. Greg the Hammer Valentine, homophobic grown-up Cabbage Patch doll.
He's homophobic?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Is he alive?
Yes.
A couple weeks ago, there was a video, 2 videos, circulating that he was saying the F word.
Yeah, he was referring to some CNN anchor as the F word.
Not nice.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck Greg Valentine.
I'm guessing he's a right winger if he was talking crap about CNN anyway.
Well, he was drunk as shit, but maybe also a right winger.
I don't know. I'll talk shit about CNN, but I'm not a right winger.
Yeah, but you're a no
I talk shit about wrestling. I'm a wrestling fan. Yeah, I'm not a left winger. I'm not a right winger. I'm not a medium winger.
Nikolai
I
Volkov.
don't even like chicken wings.
I love Bobby Heenan. Gorilla Monsoon said things are pretty rough over there right now for those Russians. Bobby Heenan just goes too bad.
Bobby Heenan is an absolute genius.
Yeah, he's a gem.
Pat Patterson's, Pat Patterson, I think. Birthday was just the other day.
Huh. Speaking of which, so, we were talking about why did Paul Roma keep getting opportunities when he was obviously terrible?
Yeah.
So what I was reading was that supposedly Paul Roma would do certain favors for Pat Patterson.
Like sexual favors?
Like sexual favors for Pat Patterson.
Where'd you read this? In your Nitro book?
No, in my list.
In your list?
In my list.
What list?
The
Urban Legends.
The Urban Legends list.
Okay, you got to preface this with this is an urban legend, or else it sounds like you're telling something that's factually
The Urban Legend list said that Paul Roma used to do sexual favors for Pat Patterson in exchange for advancement in his career. I have no idea if there's any truth to that or not. It is an urban legend.
My question to the both of you is, have you heard of the Mick Foley Christmas song by Mick Foley on the first day of Christmas?
Yes.
No.
Where he goes,
I sent you the video. You
the
didn't
number
watch it.
4, and it's the 4 horsemen, and they count Paul Roma, and then you hear Mankind go, Paul Roma? No way he was a part of the 4 horsemen. And as the song continues, they finally agree that not including Paul Roma as number 4.
I don't remember that. Maybe this is a different version. I found a video
I
he had dressed as Mankind.
love that song.
Is that what you're talking about? Was he dressed as Mankind singing it?
Yeah, he's so on his podcast he played it during Christmas time, and that song came on. So I'm in a Target, and I'm packing out, and I'm like, listening to it, and they go, 4 horsemen. Is that including Paul Roma? Yes, that's including Paul Roma. How do we include Paul Roma? And they continue on, and then they eventually finally agree that we don't include Paul Roma. And they make it a fact when they go, and including the 4 horsemen, not including Paul Roma.
That's awesome.
It's I love it. It's I gotta see if I can grab it.
Yeah,
and send
mine
it to
was
you
like a
guys.
clip of it.
Oh, there goes the Bulldog. There goes the tornado. Oh my goodness. Whew. That was a rough kick by Barbarian there.
Did you pick Bossman?
Yeah, right in the face.
Where's the rest? The rest are on the outside.
Yeah.
Is that normally how it is in the Rumble? They're on the outside? So is he like a security guard, Big Boss Man?
No, he's supposed to be a Georgia cop.
Oh, okay.
Cobb County, Georgia.
No!
Flair's trunks almost came off and all that.
His butt's hanging out.
It was Hercules.
I love Mick Foley so fucking much.
Get him.
All right, Asa K, I'm sending it to you via Twitter. It is by far the greatest video called 12 Days of Wrestling Christmas.
Thank you.
You're absolutely welcome. I cannot wait for you guys to listen to that.
Flair flop.
Love the Flair flop.
Yeah. Only man in the ring. Flair flop.
How many people are left?
I don't know.
That's a good question. How many people are in a Royal Rumble?
30.
30.
Here comes the Rowdy Scott.
Oh, wait a second.
We haven't seen The Undertaker. We haven't seen IRS. We haven't seen
Hogan.
Hogan.
Savage.
Savage.
Jake the Snake.
Mm-hmm.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
That's what I was thinking of. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. So at least 6 more people.
We got more than that.
Yeah, I remember it was at least 6. Is Virgil in it?
I don't think so. Flair's been in there for 27 minutes. He was number 3. I know this Rumble lasts for 62 minutes.
So we're probably like 15 people.
We're probably about halfway through, yeah.
Jake the Snake.
They are doing the shit out of Jake the Snake Roberts.
Love Jake the Snake. All 3 of these guys were in the NWA back in the day and ended up in WWF. Flair was only in the WWF for about a year, though.
I'd like to see more of Jake the Snake. I've seen more like promos than I have of him like actually wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice close on.
It's a tip. It's not a skirt. It's a tip. Oh, it's a finger four by Ric Flair. I'll take this night. I look at Ronnie. He's giving it to both of them. Oh, you freak. You skirt wearing freak. It's not a tip. It's a skirt. I can't believe Flair's still on his feet. I'm soaking with a shirt. I'm soaking with. Look at Flair pulling out all the stops here. I'll tell you, I bet you Flair's lost 67 pounds already. Almost over the top body was. And it's another man on his way.
Here we go.
Oh, hacksaw! Oh! Is what he says to his wood.
Pretty big pop for Hacksaw.
Yeah.
Back then, they used to just come out. You know, nowadays, they come out and they got the theme music and they come out and they do their whole fucking entrance, you know?
Yeah.
Unless they mean business. And then they just walk straight down to the ring while their music is playing.
None of them mean business.
Sometimes they act.
None of them mean business. They're all a bunch of jabronis.
Yeah, remember that Royal Rumble where Brock Lesnar was like in the ring by himself for like 9 entrants?
That was the worst
Oh my
Royal
God,
Rumble
that was the
I've ever
worst.
seen, yeah.
Do you know what we're talking about, Dylan? Where Brock Lesnar just like cleaned house and then every person that came in, he immediately eliminated them. So it was just like him standing around in the ring. It sucked.
Waste.
Forget what year that was, but it was 2016, sometime after 2016.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, IRS.
I love him.
Someone we're all going to have to talk about real soon. I hate the IRS.
I like them. Taxes pay my job, pay my wages.
Yeah, I know. I wonder how much I got to owe this year now that I'm on the books.
Oh, money? You
What?
don't have anything. You don't have it withheld as the year goes.
What?
You don't have your taxes withheld, like as you get paid.
I mean, yeah, I New York, state, federal,
Are you
Medicare.
still end up owing?
No, not. Last year I was an independent. I was off the books. This year I'm on the books, but I'm still curious to see if I owe money to the IRS because my miles are written off under the company. My money, my miles is not comp. I mean, not taxable.
Mm-hmm.
They can't tax my miles. The government.
That's good.
The job takes care of that.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, it is very good because otherwise I wouldn't be going to North Carolina or going to Revolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can take a ride if you want.
Yeah.
Did you get your plane ticket?
No, I have to call Katrina and just verify that I could come to Charlotte first.
Charlotte.
Still, I'm waiting for her. Because she said I can, but I just want to, before I buy the ticket, I want to make sure 100%. And not that I buy the 2 tickets. And she's like, oh, well, you know.
Is she flaky or is she
Not
pretty solid?
flaky or anything. No, nothing like that at all. But you know, I just want to make sure she is well aware that we're coming close to it. Because, like I said, listen, if you don't want me that long, I mean, it's only one fucking day. But if you don't want me that long, I mean, it is a lot for one fucking day. But if you don't want me that long, you know, I could just see if Asa and Kay will have me then Friday to Monday, which fine by me, you know. But I got to make sure they're okay with that because I know that they're expecting me Saturday through Monday, so it would just be an extra day.
Yeah, it would be fine.
So,
Whatever.
yeah, no, I figured, but like I said, I just want everyone to be well aware
Yeah.
and know ahead of time, so that way if you need to take off or you know be somewhere at a certain time, you can.
Yeah, some point Monday, I will have to do work.
That's fine.
That's the only thing I got going on.
I took the day off, so I won't have to do work.
I already have off, so I don't have to worry about work.
It may be good enough by then that I don't have to worry about it, but I don't think so.
Hey, listen, I could help. You never know. I used to listen. With all my medical shit, I could probably write.
Huh?
I could probably write fast. So, you know what's funny? I used to take the charts that they would leave outside for the doctor to take. So, like, I'd wait for like the nurse to leave and be like, "All right, I'm gonna leave your chart in the door. The doctor will come," and I'll be like, "Okay." I got so used to the doctor coming so fucking long, taking his sweet ass time, because you know, Lady Linda next door to me or some shit, the 80-year-old fucking woman that you know still has arthritis from the 60s or whatnot is you know talking about her liver spots or God knows what. I would just take my chart and I'd start looking at it. And then, like, I'd be like, she got that wrong. She got that wrong. All right, that's right. And then I'll be like, so then when he would ask me the questions, I'm like, no, they have it in there as such and such, but it's wrong. It's supposed to be this and this. And they're like, oh, okay, thanks. And everything. So, yeah, I would just steal the doctor's chart. I do know how to read a chart. I do know how to read a doctor's chart. I know kind of how to read an X-ray from all the X-rays I've taken over the years. And
I wanted to look up my records, but I think I get fired if I do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
I don't think so.
I think I would get fired if I do that.
Why?
Because you're
I'm only supposed to use it for work purposes, yeah.
Right, but what if you're sick?
I'm not.
That's what
Hopefully,
you
if
say.
he's sick, he doesn't have cancer or cardiac illness.
Yeah.
That's what you say.
Yeah.
But, you know, they don't know that. You could be diagnosed with mesothelioma.
Mesothelioma.
I hated those stupid ass fucking
Oh,
commercials.
Macho Man.
I'm good.
Where is Jake this night?
He's gone.
Did you guys just get eliminated like just now? Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's leaving.
He is.
Oh,
He ran away.
He's not eliminated. Okay. He was in the ring like 3 seconds ago.
He outsmarted him.
You know, they might have your records as contact information, mom and dad, but they don't have your third contact, the Undertaker. Now what? Now what happens? Now what happens?
I just want to see if they're like a difficult patient or anything like that, you know? I want to see that kind of shit. Did Macho go over the top rope?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, they got chicks and snake.
Did the Undertaker go over the top rope?
No, he went between the second and top rope.
Oh, okay.
I believe that's what it looked like.
Yeah, the Macho Man eliminated himself. Genius.
Damn, Macho, come on. Played
His
yourself.
farts took over his
Macho
mind.
Chacho. Macho Chacho. You don't know nothing. Macho's back in because he wasn't eliminated by somebody.
That's questionable.
See, there's the smothering.
Oh, I see. What is Hogan number 30 or something?
Bailey's a funny puppy. She knows when it's Sunday because I turn my alarm off on Monday. But one time I forgot to turn my alarm off on a Sunday. So when the phone rang, she took the phone by her mouth and then she flung it at the wall.
Oh,
It's like, Dad's home today. He doesn't have to go to work. It disappointed me.
Who is that?
That's the Berserker. He would come out saying, "Huss, huss,
What
huss."
does that mean?
I don't know. That's what he said.
Husk, tusk, must, dusk, rust, thrust. There's a whole lot of ust in there.
IRS with his foot really caught in the ropes there.
Yeah, I thought that looked real.
JR didn't like Mike Rotunda's IRS gimmick.
Oh,
He
yeah?
thought it was very foolish.
That was what?
He thought it was very foolish. Because he knew Mike Rotunda was very good creatively.
Yeah.
That he goes, this was just... He goes, he was cool with the idea when he was told it. But, he was just like, are you sure? Like, you don't think that they're going to look at you as a joke? You're very talented. You're very good creative mind. But he still wanted to do it, so...
Yeah, we got heat.
It did. And I think that's what he was going for. So, it worked.
Virgil.
I thought it said Virgil was going to be in it.
His candy striped pants.
Wait, why is he going after IRS? Is he not with Money Incorporated anymore?
No.
Oh. He used to be though, right? Okay.
Yeah, he's a face now.
Oh.
23.
23.
6 more.
Looks like Hogan lucked out so far. Monsoon, well, the title, what it's all about here. Undisputed
I can't believe Rick is still in this fucking match.
Which one of these guys
Who?
is gonna get
Rick.
How about the guys that
He's been going pretty long, yeah.
Yeah, and so is Piper.
Yeah.
don't get up, Rick, stay down.
No.
Oh no. This is it. Rick's gone.
Look at that grip, look at Flair. Got nothing to be ashamed of. You're gonna have to kill him to get him out of this ring. How long's he been in now? 27 minutes for Ric Flair.
Damn. 47 minutes.
And he's only 5 minutes away from setting the record. Angel and Piper duking it out. No friends here. And they'll rumble. Roddy Piper's a limit. And Virgil see the light. How they turn at each other. There's the countdown. We've got another one just about to emerge. Oh.
Oh, the Bushwhackers.
No.
Oh no, this is Iron Sheik. Right?
Yeah.
Why did they call him Mustafa?
They
Even though we
repackaged
all
him.
know him as Iron Sheik.
Yeah, I don't know.
That makes like I never understood that, and I still don't understand that. That's one question I would love to ask Vince McMahon. You made him into an absolute villain as the Iron Sheik. Why change his name to Mustafa
Yeah.
after?
Well, they made him like they put him in like a military kind of faction.
Right, with Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that when they
But
changed
still,
Mustafa.
Mustafa?
Yeah.
but it's the Iron Sheik. Oh, fuck you, Hulk Hogan!
Yeah. Former world champion, Iron Sheik.
Yep.
Did the Knicks used to be in Albany?
No.
Oh, is it just an unrelated Knickerbocker arena?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, they don't call the Knicks anymore the Knickerbockers anymore. Once in a blue moon, some of the announcers will say it, but it's so rare now.
The model.
The model.
How long did he go last year? He holds the record at 52 minutes and 34 seconds. He won't have to go half of that. No. Hogan lucked out. And Sid Justice. And Sergeant Slaughter.
So, would you guys like to hear a very interesting Hulk Hogan story related to WCW?
All right.
Well, as I listened to Eric Bischoff, because I listened to him and a whole bunch of other podcasts, it took Hulk Hogan a while to agree to be a part of NWO. So much so, the backup plan was to turn Sting as the villain and make him a part of the NWO. But the first person that was going to be a part of the NWO, the final third member of NWO, was none other than Lex Luger, which was a very easy answer because Lex has been not only heel but babyface throughout his career.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that much of a pop. But they didn't know, Eric didn't know if he was going to go through with the plan. Because when he pitched it to Hulk Hogan, the first thing out of Hulk Hogan's mouth was, "Do you think it's going to affect my kids?" And he asked, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "My kids know me as this American hero. And so do the people." if I turn to be a bad guy, you think my kids will be affected by this, like in public? And Eric was like, I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. Like, he didn't really have an answer. So then Hulk's like, all right, well, let me think about it. So all day long, nobody knew what the answer was going to be. So he told Sting, this is what's going to happen. This is the promo you're going to cut. This is how you're going to cut it. Going through it with Sting to be the guy to be the third face. As they got closer to the moment is when Hulk showed up. Ran it with Hulk, and then Hulk finally became the third member of NWO.
That's cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that story.
Yeah, I never heard that. Have you heard that before? Yeah. Can't ever tell him anything, you know?
You can tell me some things.
No, can't tell him nothing. He knows everything.
I don't know everything.
He's an encyclopedia of wrestling.
No, Iris.
Got him.
Oh.
Got that old boy.
Yeah, I thought that story was very interesting with Hulk. I didn't know that at all.
Well, they didn't want to do Lex Luger because he'd been, like you said, he'd been a face, he'd been a heel. He'd been
Right,
a
it was
face,
the
he'd been a
easiest
heel.
answer.
It's like
It's Sting.
it's not that big a change.
Yeah,
But Sting would have been a big change. Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
Eric said.
Yeah.
He goes, I heard the pop before even pitching the idea in my head.
Yeah.
And he goes, I trusted Sting. So when he told him about it, and everyone was like, oh, do you know? Who's going to be the third person? Who's going to be the third person? Sting was like, I don't know.
Ew.
I would have played it. Well, like, you could be the third person. I could be the third person. Mean Gene Okerlund could be the third person.
Skinner, the tobacco chewing bayou dweller wrestler.
Wow, IRS is still in it. Sniper's still in it.
Skinner could be the next world champion.
That doesn't sound at all like a choice Vince McMahon thought of.
Should Flair hang on for 60 seconds more, he will be the all-time record holder in the Royal Rumble.
I think the final final five are going to be the Model, Piper, Hogan, Flair, Macho.
Now remember, we still haven't seen Sid Justice come out.
That's true.
Usually known as Sid Vicious.
Yeah, I hate Sid Justice. That's dumb.
You hate him?
I hate that name, Sid Justice.
I don't care for Sid Justice as a name, yeah.
Sid, I'm cool. Sid Vicious, cool. But Sid Justice, it doesn't do anybody justice.
I really wanted to ask Arn about the last night. I really want to ask him about the Sid Vicious thing.
You should have.
No. No. It would have been so inappropriate.
Why?
Because it's not my business.
About what? Sid Vicious?
Yeah. I'm going to bring up something where he nearly got murdered. You know?
Oh, well, yeah.
30 years later. Is it true?
It's easy to say.
Is it true you nearly got murdered? Will you tell me about when you nearly got murdered by Sid Vicious?
Well, I mean, maybe if you dressed as Jimmy from the Bushwhackers, you could have, and he might have gave you an answer. But, you know. You're right. It's better off that you didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Because I could just see Ard going, it was real. Let me get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Did I tell you Sergeant Slaughter follows me on Twitter?
That's
Yeah.
cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. I followed him one day, and then the next day he followed me.
Damn.
Now I've been tempted to like email him to get him on the podcast because that would be really, really, really cool to get
Go
him on
for it.
there. Yeah, I might.
WWF World Champ.
Yeah. I gotta watch more Slaughter stuff because I've known him more as somebody that was behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. Like I know of his career in front of the camera, but I know him more behind the camera as creative or managerial or just locker room guy or anything like that. So I like to know his in front of the ring career before having him on because I want to be educated about him than just being like, so I remember when you came out during the Mankind Undertaker match in the Hell in a Cell, yelling at Mick to stop and not get the fuck off and to tell him to get the fuck back into the back so that way people can check on him. So, yeah. Sergeant Slaughter follows everyone. He follows me too. Isn't that so great?
Damn, I'm gonna try that shit. I want to be followed.
Yeah,
by
yeah. Go on
Slaughter.
Twitter. Go on Twitter. Follow Sergeant Slaughter. I guarantee you, he'll follow you back in like a day or two.
Right. Awesome.
Yeah, it's really dope.
So is Sid Justice number 30? Did they say?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He might have been number 30. I'm not sure.
They just talked about the pop that he got. I didn't hear them say his number.
Yeah, he was a face at this point. Kind of. He was rivaling Hulk Hogan for like number one face at this point. Really.
It was good. Darian Cross follows Brad. That's dope. I might, let me go see if I can follow Karrion Cross real quick. Hey, Karrion. Hit me up on Twitter, buddy. I'm about to go follow Karrion right now, actually.
Sid Vicious just did a kip up. Damn.
Oh, I am following him already. Okay. Hold on. Let me unfollow him and follow him again.
No, this is number 30 now.
Yeah, I didn't think he was 30.
It has to be the Warlord. It's the Warlord. With Harvey Whippleman.
That's cool, Brad.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, Alex Kane from MLW, the champion, follows me on TikTok. Bougie follows me on TikTok from MLW. Wow, the Women of Wrestling podcast follows me. That's affiliated with the Women of Wrestling company. One of them is actually an executive producer on the show that's on the podcast. So that's very nice to have them.
Oh, damn.
That was loud.
Yes, Slaughter went
That
flying out of there.
looked like it hurt.
Hogan and Flair.
Again.
Mano a mano.
I'm friends with Teal Piper on Instagram.
Say?
I'm friends with Teal Piper on Instagram.
That's cool.
Yeah, Roddy's daughter.
She's a wrestler, isn't she?
She is. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Look at Rick. All right, I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at the beef. I wonder where the beef is. There's the beef, pal.
There goes the Warlord.
What a surprise. Warlord out of
Brad said, I called his group the Authors of Fate. He liked it and followed me. I marked out. That's so cool.
That's awesome.
That's so cool. I know the new name for Authors of Pain and Karen Cross with Scarlett is called the New Testament. And I fucking love that name.
It's pretty good.
They're facing Bobby and your favorite tag team, the Soup Profits, next Friday.
God.
Oh, I am so excited for that, man.
God.
We're not even gonna be watching SmackDown this week because we're doing the Royal Rumble predictions Friday night.
Oh, Friday? I thought we were doing it Thursday.
No, Friday. Thursday, I have House of Glory's tag team coming on
No, we're down
for their interview.
We're down to the final three now. Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, and Sid Justice.
I'm a little worried that Sid's gonna sneak in there.
The final testament, Brad says. They're
The
called.
Final Testament. Sorry, yes, the Final
I was
Testament.
going to say New Testament seemed a little sacrilegious. There goes Hogan. The crowd loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Wow. I'm so happy I changed my pick.
Was Mr. Perfect with him.
Yeah, why was he with him?
They were together. Mr. Perfect and Bobby Heenan and Ric Flair were together. And so Hulk Hogan and Sid Justice would end up fighting at WrestleMania 8 that year. It was a big match. It was supposed to be Hogan's retirement match. That was Hogan's first retirement.
Damn. I can't believe me and Kay got it right. We called the Rumble winner.
Yeah.
Well done. So Brad says Sid does nothing wrong here. Yeah, all he did was dump Hogan out. It's every man for himself.
Right. Hogan said it before. He has no friends. It's every man for himself in that promo.
Yep.
So Sid was
That
in the right,
Patterson
100%, Brad.
See, I don't know why they booked it like that, making it to where Hogan couldn't deal with getting thrown out. That's not the way you want to book your face, you know?
Well, it's like Brad said.
Yeah.
Hogan's a
You
heel,
said
yeah.
Hogan is the heel, yeah. Yeah, it made Hogan look like the heel. When he's reaching in from outside and eliminating somebody, that makes him look like the heel.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, you know, people don't want to lose.
kill
People don't
you.
want to look bad. People don't want to.
Winning the Royal Rumble, we have a brand new World Wrestling Federation.
Hogan was a sore loser, Brad said.
Time to present the title belt to the new champion, our president, the distinguished Jack Tunney.
Congratulations, Ric Flair, on becoming the undisputed champion of the World Wrestling Federation. I'm going to say, after viewing the story in the belt that proclaimed me the real world champion, I'm going to tell you all, with a tear in my eye, this is the greatest moment in my life. When you walk around this world and you tell everybody you're number one, the only way you get to stay number one is to be number one. And this is the only title in the wrestling world that makes you.
I didn't realize the
number one.
wind comes out of the belts. That's awesome.
WWF, you rule the world. Think about it like that, Mr. Perfect. I'm ready. Woo! Woo! Yes! Let's give a big one. Woo! I was never so impressed with anything I've ever seen in all my life. He went out there for over 60 minutes, never took a back step, took it to Hogan, took it to the Undertaker, took it to whoever got in that ring. That's why he is going to be called now the real world heavyweight champion. We're not the kind of guys that say, we told you so, but we told you so.
Okay, very good. Ric Flair, you have made world. Put that cigarette out. You have made World Wrestling Federation.
Put that cigarette out.
Who's he talking to?
I want to jump. I want to party. But I got to tell you like this. For the Hulk Hogans and the Macho Mans and the Pipers and the Sims, now it's Ric Flair. And y'all pay homage to the man. Woo! I love it.
I used that GIF lately. I've been using this GIF lately of that exact scene where he goes, "Woo!"
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so funny. I've been using the gift of the winner of the Royal Rumble of 1992, not knowing that that's the Royal Rumble winner of 1992.
Couple of highlights from this year's Royal
With a tear in
Rumble.
my eye. So we'll watch the highlights here, and then just a minute we'll get our final thoughts on the
Absolutely.
Rumble 92.
Wow. Great Rumble. Great pick.
It was a good show.
Another
It was a
good one. Another good one.
Who can forget when the nerd got the Genius's cap and gown, or got his cap at least?
My favorite tag belts of all time.
Yeah, those tag belts look awesome. Very good Royal Rumble. A lot of star power. A lot of, like I said, very much a last hurrah for that older generation of WWE.
This was a 3
stars.
show. This was a 3. Sometimes I just say things to see what Asa's reactions are.
I say, did you say a 3?
You're right. It's a 2. It's a 2.
No way.
All right. Great show.
Good show, I think. Yeah. So let's
Yeah,
get
definitely 2 show.
let's go around and get best match, worst match, and a rating. So we'll start with Kay.
Best match was the Rumble. I really enjoyed it. Like you said, it was just full of star power, which in the Rumbles that I have seen, that is not always the case. So that was really cool.
It's known as one of the best Rumbles of all time. Still,
Worst match for me, I didn't think that any of the matches were like bad, but if I had to pick one, probably the Legion of Doom and Natural Disasters match. It just didn't do much for me, and I did not care for the count out ending. I would give this. Am I doing bones here? What do I do with bones?
You can give bones.
I'm gonna give it 4.5 bones out of 5.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna echo a lot of what Kay said. Same bad match for me. Again, it wasn't that it was a bad match. It was just like Kay said, it just didn't do anything for me. Them being, counted out. That's the winner of the it just felt very cheesy. Felt very okay, nobody really wanted to take a loss here. Their ego was too high here for anybody to take a loss. It's just come on. So I think that was definitely the bad match of the night, a skipper, I guess you could say, of the night. But my favorite was Roddy and the Monty. The Rumble was great. The Owen Hart and Neidhart match was very good, a lot better than what I thought it was going to be. Bushwhackers and the Beverly Hills brothers was a lot more funnier than I thought it was going to be, and it was great to see the Nerd out there kicking the shit out of Genius and eliminating him and having the hat on, eating the little biscuits out of his pocket like a squirrel with nuts. I thought that was great. Very funny, very awesome. Rumble was fantastic. Definitely a great Rumble. Definitely, I could see why a lot of people say this is the best Royal Rumble in wrestling history. Probably still to this day. I don't know. There's a little contention there because I like the 99 one a little bit more and everything, but it's because there's a lot more interesting matches leading into that Rumble. But nonetheless, I'm also going to do bone ratings for this one to stay on the theme of the show. All right. 4 bones out of 5.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm gonna give a 4 bones out of 5 for sure.
So I'm gonna say worst match. Probably gonna go. I'm probably gonna go with the LOD Natural Disasters one also, because it didn't do much. I mean, it could have been a really good match,
Yeah,
but they didn't do much while they had their time out there. They kind of wasted their time out there, and it was obvious none of the guys wanted to give a lot to the other guys. Nobody wanted to look weak. They didn't want the other guys to look too strong or whatever. And so it resulted in a kind of a nothing match. And that's how we ended up with a count out ending too, with a lame ending. So that was the worst match. Best match, definitely the Rumble. I think it's the best Rumble. It's the best Rumble I've ever seen. I haven't seen them all, but it's the best one I've ever seen. A lot of star power. Just, man. Hogan, Piper, Flair, Undertaker, Savage, all going for the world title belt. Jake Roberts, Sergeant Slaughter, the Iron Sheik, all going for the world title belt in there. That's crazy, man. Texas Tornado. Yeah, man. When the stakes have never been higher, WWF title vacant. That adds a lot of tension to that Royal Rumble. Hanging on to those ropes.
Yeah.
And then seeing a young Shawn Michaels in there, kind of bridging the gap to the newer generation a little. That was pretty cool. Yeah, pretty good show. And even the matches, I wasn't looking forward to the Beverly Brothers and the Bushwhackers, but that was pretty good. I wasn't even too much looking forward to the New Foundation versus the Orient Express, but that was a good match. Yeah, I wasn't so sure how these tag team matches were going to go. Honestly, I hadn't seen them in a while, but they were good for the most part. The 2 out of 3 of them were, and the Roddy Piper and the Mountie was short but very exciting. Roddy Piper matches generally are pretty exciting, especially when before he got older. But yeah, I'll give it. Man, just even including that Rumble, I gotta give it 4.5 bones out of 5. Yeah, that Rumble did a lot for the card overall.
Mhm.
For sure.
As it should.
So what was that? 4? What'd you give it? 4?
4.5.
4.5. You gave it 4, Dylan.
4.
And 4.5. Okay. All right. So we will be back next week. Are we gonna do? So the real Royal Rumble is
Saturday.
This year's Royal Rumble is Saturday.
The only real one of the whole entire wrestling community.
So next Sunday, are we gonna do another retro Royal Rumble, or do we want to start with the best of Sting?
Well, can I be honest?
Okay.
Would you guys be willing to do a Elimination Chamber and Best of Sting combo? Because we are going into Elimination Chamber next month. And we're also going into Revolution, where Sting's last match. So we could still start Sting off as the 28th watch along. But then the week after, we could do an Elimination Chamber match.
What do you think?
Kind of spice it up than just doing Sting for 5 weeks.
That's fine with me. Yeah,
that's
that
a
sounds
idea.
good. Yeah,
You know,
mix it
because
up.
it kind of gives that even balance. Because I mean, what, like Sting has 3 weeks roughly. Because we'll start him and end with him. Because of course, the week that the Elimination Chamber is, we'll probably just do the week of the Chamber, the week, that Sunday before the Chamber itself, which is Saturday. Which, by the way, they changed the time
to what? 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
What was it before? 6 a.m.?
6.
6 a.m. They changed it to 5. Yeah.
Why would
No,
they
it's
do
5.
that?
So, I know we'll all talk off air or whatever, but I'll be up. I'll be here. I'll be ready to go. You know what I mean? I already took off. I'll be here. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I'll do it. What day of the week is it? It's just
Saturday.
Saturday? God damn.
Yeah.
Fucking Saturday, too.
But here's the thing, though.
I'll do
It's
it.
the first wrestling show of the day. Because that night is Collision. So we could do 5 to 11. When the Rumble ends, like the Chamber ends, right? 12, let's say. Sleep till 6. Sleep till 7. Come on and do Collision watch along. But there's a possibility that I might not be doing the watch along because I might be going to an indie show. That's here on Long Island.
All right.
So if I'm going to an indie show, then yeah, all you have to do for the day is Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, I think we're in for Elimination Chamber. I think we'll get up and do it.
So we're gonna start at 4:45 in the morning, which means everybody has to be ready by 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I can do it. I think
you can do it. You have my permission to do it quietly while I'm sleeping.
Well, we hope to see you at some point. If
I'll
you
show up
can.
eventually.
Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, you Asa, you would need to be here on StreamYard by 4:30.
Man, that's so early.
Yeah. Listen, I know I'll be here. Byron's doing it. I know Sam's not doing it. I know that because I don't think he knows that if he comes Friday night, he ends work about 10, 11. So when he ends work, he has to stay up for the rest of the night and then do a whole entire show. Because if he goes to sleep, he's not waking up at the time.
Yeah.
He's not going to sleep 3 hours and then do a 4 to 5 hour show. Because mind you, we're also doing the press conference.
I'm definitely not doing the press conference.
That's fine. You could leave at the press conference because starting Rumble and for AEW as well, for me, for last week, we're going to start also doing watch-alongs of the press conference as well to give our takes of the shows.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, but I know that the Elimination Chamber one is probably going to be the one that everybody skips, as well as some AEW ones when they end at 12-ish, because their press conferences don't start till almost 12:30, quarter, and yeah, and then they go on for like an hour, 2 hours.
So next week, we're gonna start with Sting.
Yeah.
Next, so yeah, I figured the 28th would start with Sting,
Okay.
since that'll be fun, and then the week after, Elimination Chamber. Then the week after that, Sting. The week after that, which is the week of the Elimination Chamber, Elimination Chamber.
Let's talk
And then
about
the
it a minute and get off the air real quick.
Yeah.
So okay, so next week,
Sting.
we're gonna do, so as you've been hearing, we're gonna do
Right. As this business meeting has been happening.
in February. We're gonna do the best of Sting / the best of Elimination Chamber. So we're gonna alternate, I guess. So we'll start with the best of Sting next week.
Yeah.
Don't know what show it will be yet. Just watch our X/Twitter account.
It'll be a full pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Just featuring one of Sting's best matches.
Right.
Correct.
Or a pay-per-view where Sting has several matches.
Yes. Yeah.
Right, and that is possible.
But yeah, so just watch our X account. There will be an announcement very soon for what pay-per-view we'll watch first.
Dylan, do you have anything you want to plug?
Tomorrow, it was going to be tonight, but tomorrow instead, we're going to be doing a podcast for the beginning of the week. We're going to be talking about all things TNA, independent wrestling, myself and Leo. We're probably going to be doing that at 6 p.m. Eastern before Monday Night Raw, because I know this week's Monday Night Raw and WWE in general this week, since this Saturday coming up is the Royal Rumble. It's very important to watch all of that going forward. So we're going to have that. Of course, Tuesday is episode 2 of the booking show, Royal Rumble booking. Final episode of the Royal Rumble booking. Very excited. Wednesday, of course, is Dynamite. Thursday, we have main event tag team coming on from House of Glory. And then Friday's predictions, Saturday's Rumble. Sunday, it's just you guys. Well, I have something else to do after you guys at 7, but I'm on your show. Listen, I'm a busy goddamn.
A busy week, man.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I got the next 5 weeks, if you include traveling and then going to you. Yeah, I'm booked Monday through Sunday.
It's a busy week.
You're so popular.
Well, if you want
I'm
to see
so
us,
popular.
we're doing our weekly show, AEW Weekly. We'll be doing it tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Right here on YouTube, or on our. You can watch it on our X account also, live. So check out that show. It's pretty fun. We've started with a new format. If you watched us in the past and you didn't like it, give it another try, because we have a new format. It's much better, I think. If I say so myself, I like the old show though. But
It's just new and improved.
It's new and improved. Yeah, I would say so.
I like the new show.
Yeah, thank you.
I do.
But yeah, new and improved. Just more conversation, more open flow of conversation about AEW. A couple more different segments. Tune in tomorrow at 6, and you'll see for yourself.
Yeah, don't watch my show live. Honestly, you could listen to my shit. No, stop. You could listen to my show on Spotify and shit later on. Watch No Bones' show. It's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth the money. It's definitely worth going and watching them live. Their new format of their show is really good. I really enjoy their new format, and it's a lot more engaging and entertaining than what we do over on last week. We just are a regular podcast, but they do a lot more breaking down stuff and have a lot more open-ended conversations and topics and stuff like that. So I suggest highly to, at 6 p.m., watch their show live. Like I said, you can watch mine anytime. It's not that big of a deal. Listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Tuesday, not that big of a deal. I'd rather you all watch No Bones before me, for sure.
Oh, well, thank you, Dylan. That's very nice of you. But yeah, I guess that's it for now, folks. So thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed Royal Rumble 92. See you back same time next week, 12:45 on Sunday, with starting the Best of Sting. And for everybody here, as Mick Foley would say, have a nice day.